Get ready. Save the date. It's the Gospel Sounds Music Awards. Coming to Birmingham, Alabama, August the 22nd, 2025. It's the inaugural Gospel Sounds Music Awards. For information, please visit us on our website, gospelsoundsmusicawards.org. This is one that you don't want to miss. See you there.
What's up, family? It's your boy, Cousin Al, reminding you to keep it locked right here on the FIYAH Show. I'm coming with your dedicated news, the top 3 news stories of the week, the news you can use. It may come from CNN or the crackhead down the street, but I guarantee you don't want to miss this. Keep your eyes open and your ears clean. You know what I mean?
Turn up the radio if you feel it. We gon' talk, we gon' laugh and hear music. Whatever you gon' need for your amusement. Home of the like, tell her the world with time. Tune in on Tuesday nights, and we gon' get it right. Hot blazing topics that get you rockin'. And with our ghetto news ain't a stopping.
Tuesday, 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We bring you a little heat from the word on the street. As y'all can see, I'm really out in the street. But don't worry about it. The technical difficulties never ceasing. We just right now and say, Satan, loose your hold because the devil is a liar. We got an amazing show lined up for you today. As you can see, I'm literally in the streets. Technology is doing the wham bam. Thank you, man. I think that's what I was supposed to say, but don't worry about it. Look, we're here. We're excited. We're glad to have you here. Technology had a stronghold on Lorenzo. Had him in a choke. So, it's got me one in a slightly choke today, too. So, but don't worry about it. We're going to get together. We're going to work it out as we do each and every Tuesday. So, again, grab your cousin, grab your friends, grab a neighbor, grab a frog, a dog, fish, turtle, whoever got it here.
It's the FIYAH Show, hosted by you. Turn up the radio.
So music is going. We excited. We super excited. If you have not been following us on social media, I don't know why. Like and share videos. Let everybody know that we're here. Let everybody know that we have an hot show. Let me tell y'all how I knew the show was going to be popping. This morning, before 8 o'clock, I drove up on a car in Relays. I said, oh, that's the FIYAH Show. I'm glad nobody was hurt, but what I'm trying to say is, I knew it was going to be hot today. Ow. Oh, yeah, I knew it was going to be hot. Ow, how. Yes. So we're going to have an amazing show for you today. I'm going to be live from the car. You know, I be telling all my guests, don't do car interviews, but I'm sitting in the car.
Woo! Okay, y'all. This is the FIYAH Show. I'm Lorenzo. I'm your co-host of the day. As Yilda said, that she is actually in the car. She's doing stuff down there. So let's see what's going on. I mean, she may have to go back out and come back in and do what she has to do. So we are here at the FIYAH Show. Welcome. Grab a neighbor, grab a friend, grab everybody that you need to grab, and tell them the FIYAH Show is on and we are doing what we have to do. Let me just see what's going on. I'm going to remove it for a quick second and let's see what's happening. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing today? Welcome one, welcome all. Let's see what's going on today. This is the FIYAH Show hosted by Yielded, who is out in those streets. I don't know if she told you where she was, but she's going to come back and she's going to let you know what's going on. There was a lot of technical difficulties that was going on today for whatever reason. I have no idea. I had to go out, log myself out, come back in, get things going. And I'm glad to be here back with you guys doing what we do every Tuesday 4 to 7 Central Standard Time, 5 to 8 Eastern Standard Time, and also 2 to 5 Pacific Standard Time. So we are all around. We are all over. We are doing what we have to do. And welcome one, welcome all, welcome everybody to the Fire Show today. And what we're going to do here, we got a lot of things that's going to be going on today. We got a special guest that's coming on today. We got our dedicated news that's happening today. We have a lot of different things that's going to be happening today. Hey, Roy Brown, how you doing out there? What's going on today, guy? I mean, how you feeling, my guy? Out there in them Louisiana streets, doing what you have to do. Appreciate you for coming on, man. Every week, man, we appreciate everybody that come in, all our fire nights. We appreciate all the fire nights. Man, I'm good, man. I am good. We are, like I said, we had a couple of technical difficulties in the beginning, but we are here and we are doing what we have to do. I'm going to check on a few things. I will be right back. We're going to play a couple of commercials real quick so we can get everything going real fast and up to par. So give me a few, and I'm going to, Roy, this commercial is for you, Roy.
Today we're comparing blue pills, the name brand, with our generic little blue pill.
Okay, so what's the difference?
The name brand pills have the brand name from a large pharmaceutical company engraved on each pill.
What does that do?
It makes them cost a lot more. Both pills have the same active ingredient, which allows you to be, well, more active.
Don't pay more for the name, pay less for the pill. Get our generic blue pill for as little as $2 each. Call right now for yours.
Listen, if we even think you owe us money, you won't know what hit you. We'll put liens on everything you own. Raid your bank accounts, retirement fund, pension. You'll open up your paycheck and cry because we'll already have the money. We'll haul you into federal court and you might even go to jail. Hey, it's our job.
Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. Our experts will fight for you using IRS guidelines to stop any IRS actions like bank levies or wage garnishments. Plus, eliminate penalties and interest and reduce your past tax bill so you pay the IRS less. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a tax doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
I'd have my mom call the number on the screen. You come see me alone. We'll work it out. Really, we will.
What's up, family? It's your boy, Cousin Al, reminding you to keep it locked right here on the FIYAH Show. I'm coming with your dedicated news, the top 3 news stories of the week, the news you can use. It may come from CNN or the crackhead down the street, but I guarantee you don't want to miss this. Keep your eyes open and your ears clean. You know what I mean?
Greece is cheap.
But the airfare costs a fortune.
Paris?
Not much closer, and again, airfare...
What about Puerto Vallarta?
Let's face it, flying anywhere is just too expensive.
Wait, what's this? Low-cost airlines.
With one call to low-cost airlines, you'll drastically slash your travel costs. We're talking insanely low airline prices to any of your favorite destinations. Where would you like to go? London, Rome, Costa Rica, Australia?
Wow, that's cheap.
So why wait? Call now to learn how crazy cheap it is to fly anywhere in the U.S. or international. Our prices are so low, we can't publish them. The only way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
Call 855-325-1768. That's 855-325-1768. 855-325-1768. That's 855-325-1768.
It's the Fire Show, hosted by Guilty. Turn up the radio if you feel
I don't like it. I don't like it. But we gonna talk, we gonna laugh, we gonna do whatever we gotta do. Roy Brown, I don't like that you're laughing at me. I like that you're here. Listen, get everybody in here. Let them know that I done got an attitude and we ain't even 20 minutes into the show. I don't like
when technology be teching. But we gonna keep it rocking because we got the dedicated news coming up. We gonna give you all this good information. I'm not gonna be on here long because my attitude done got bad technology, and I'm just gonna say, listen, it's your girl Yielded right here on the Fire Show, doing what we do every Tuesday, putting a little heat to the word on the street. I'm in the streets right now. That's why my technology not acting right. I'm sitting in the car trying to use my Obamacare Trump phone. I don't know who phone internet service I'm on. I'm just out here. So y'all lift your hands, extend your hands out here. Let the Lord know that we want to be used on today in this show for his service. So yeah, that's all I got to say because I'm mad and I don't want to keep talking, but I'm just going to keep talking anyway because I got to. We can't have no dead air. We got a show, and I'm sure Lorenzo is sitting back there rolling his eyes at me and everything, but because I'm on my phone, I can't see him like I usually can. So y'all pray that he don't fire me. Pray that he don't quit. Pray that we just keep on doing what we're doing because we're doing what we're doing. Lorenzo, listen, it is 15 minutes after the hour. I'm supposed to be doing some national holidays, but all my apparatuses and devices and stuff not acting right. So it is the 29th of April, y'all. That means we got what, one more day? Do we got 31 days? I done forgot the little song. I've been out of school too long, and Google just helps me in Siri, and I can just ask them, is it 40, 31 days, or is whatever? I don't know. But listen, I think we got one more day. Yeah. Tomorrow is the 30th, and so that's the last day of this month. And then after that, it's going to be May 1st, y'all. Look, we are a hot 26 days away from graduation. Yep, I've been counting it. Shout out to Miss Katrina Moore there. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining in. Katrina Moore Johnson. Girl, hey. Listen, y'all, again, I'm super excited to be here, despite the fact that I'm sitting in the car trying to make this thing work. I'm not going to stay on here with y'all all night and all day because my internet is acting up. Plus, I'm holding the phone in my hand. I don't even hold the phone in my hand to talk on it. So we not doing that, but let me see if I can get y'all a couple, 2, 3 national holidays. Because like I said, all my stuff is acting up. So what I had set up to go where I was setting up to go didn't quite go. So I need y'all to pray better. Y'all not really praying. Y'all don't pray over the Fire Show. Seriously, I want y'all to pray. You know what? Never mind. Because I told y'all last with a E instead of A. What I do now? Good Googa Mooga. What's the matter, Lorenzo? I done messed up again.
No, ma'am. You're doing an excellent job. I got a couple of national holidays if you want me to read them for you.
You gonna read that? Look here. Y'all call him Johnny on the spot. Ready when I need him. He comes. Listen, he come and do what he got to do. Lorenzo, come on. Read the national holidays. I was working it out. You know I was fit. Look, I'm fiddly-faddling and dilly-dallying in the car, but I'm working it out. And the people was finna run over here and tell me something too. I was hollering out the window. I said, lady, do you know what today is? And she said, huh? And I said, just go ahead on. But go ahead, Lorenzo. What you got?
Oh, Lord. Okay, right now, today is International Dance Day.
Dance. What kind of dancing? I like dancing. Like line dancing, ballet dancing.
It just says international.
Honky tonk dancing.
So all
who
the
likes
dancing.
to dance? What kind of dance? All the dancing. Okay. Who likes dancing? What kind of dancing?
Boogie oogie get down. Boogie oogie till you can't boogie no more. That kind of dancing.
Oh, Lorenzo, do you dance?
Lord Jesus, hi basa. Hey, I'm a shot.
Well, now you so saying you can't dance or answer the question.
Man, I used to break dance. I used to get down, girl. What you talking about?
Whoa. Stop right there. Like break dance on the cardboard box, break dance.
Yes. Spinning on my hand, spinning on my back. Never did spin on my head because my head wasn't flat enough. So
yeah, it is kind of Eminem shape-ish. So, like, did you wear like the pants with all the zippers and all that kind of stuff?
Huh?
You remember the pants they used to wear when they used to break dance and had all the zippers?
Oh, you're talking about the parachute pants.
That's it, parachute pants. You wore them?
Yes, I had all colors.
Oh, this is funny. Let me call some of my connects and see can they find us some pictures.
No, they don't have no pictures of that. No, sorry. That's when I was out there in them streets, doing my thing. They wasn't following me. They were too young. Because I know who you wanted to try to call. Roy Brown, yeah, you did the river dance. You was down by the river dancing. Okay, well.
I got some sources. Okay, dance day. Now that is interesting. Come on, you break dancer, you. Come on, breaking and popping and come on. What's the next holiday? Because that's hilarious.
It is National Peace Rose Day.
Peace rose as in a flower?
Yes, we celebrate one of the world's most exquisite flowers that symbolizes peace.
Okay, all right. I'll take that one. I like peace. Roses not so much because they're so expensive and they die relatively quick. So yeah, okay. I'm with the peace thing. Yeah. So for those of you that want to buy me a gift, when my birthday come or Mother's Day or when I become an empty nester or whatever, don't buy me no roses. Listen, don't buy me nothing I got to water, feed, or nurture because I'm ending that phase of my life. So yeah, if you want to buy me a plant, buy me a plastic one that I can dust every now. No, you know what? Don't buy me none of that because I'm not gonna dust either. So
oh Lord.
Just money. Cash at me. $sign I be yielded. That's my gift. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lorenzo.
Roy Brown. Look. Roy Brown said they using the rose wrong though. See? But Roy.
Oh, no. Representative Roy Brown, not today. Somebody call Jesus. Roy Brown, no. Listen, Roy Brown, listen. He said rose, piece of rose, piece. They using it as a side piece. They got it all mixed up.
No. Representative, no. Representative, he didn't say that. No, representative.
Okay,
no, what he's saying
is
that, but Roy, you got to think about this. Now, I'm break it down. When you have an argument, when you go through whatever you're going through, you bringing in the rose for peace because you're going to give her some flowers for her to be peaceful so you won't get hit with a frying pan when you walk in the door. Okay, I'm just saying.
Lorenzo, what's the next holiday? Because you and Roy Brown, I'm not getting in that car. We're not going to ride that one out.
It is National Zipper Day.
On your parachute pants. Yes.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm with that one. Come on. What else you got?
We have a poem in your pocket day.
A what?
Poem. Poem. Poem.
A poem?
That's what I said. Poem.
Now,
you ain't gonna get up here talking about how I talk now. Don't even go there. Don't go there. How I speak. Hey, Dr. Lamb, my ebonics is good. Don't be trying to come at me now.
What was it again, Lorenzo?
Home in your pocket day.
Home in your pocket. That you sound like you saying palm, like the palm of your hand in your pocket.
Poem.
Poetry.
In your pocket.
A poem in your pocket. You want me to give you a poem? Roses are red. Look here, one time, I don't remember what it was for, but my pastor gave the children the microphone. Oh, it was Mother's Day. And Dallas got up and he was going to give a poem because, his mama would be spitting poetry. So I think he felt like he was a poet for the day. So he got up and he said, roses are red, violets are blue, candy is sweet, and so are mothers. Amen.
Let's move on.
Let's move on from the poem. Move on from the poem.
Look, first of all, Dr. Lamb, don't come at me. Don't come at me.
Lamb said that is not what you said. I thought you said palm.
I know how to say palm. I ain't say palm. That's palm.
You said you got a palm in your pocket.
Look. Roy, let him know. He from New York. There you go. I speak Ebonics. Stop it. Anyway.
Yeah,
look,
but you so quick.
Thank you, Sheree. Thank you, Sheree. You said leave him alone.
Sheree, because you sound like him too. That's the reason why. Y'all all sound like him.
It's World Wish Day.
I wish that we all spoke. Oh, next day, please go ahead. Yeah, that's not the same day, Lorenzo. That's not the same day. Look, the people walking by the car, they think I'm waving at them, so I'm gonna wave back. Hey.
It's viral video day.
Make this video go viral. This the one thing I have a problem with, Lorenzo.
What you
I
have a
sit
problem
there and I watch these videos. You know, sometimes you just scroll and it be like stuff live, and I catch live stuff coming and going. And when I click on the lives, the people be on there just sitting there eating big back plates of food, and they got like 5,000 viewers on there. They not talking, they just on there chewing and smacking. 5,000 people on there. Yet and still, we on here doing some positive stuff, although we're on the radio. But our live viewers here on the show is like, what is that? And then I look down and they done shared it 2 million times. Why is that?
Listen, I don't know. I have no
Hello,
idea.
Nina Simone. How are you out in those Nacogdoches streets? Nacogdoches is representing on today. Lorenzo, you gonna drop a teaser before all these people drop off of here so they'll know what you got going on later on?
Let me get to your favorite holiday. Let me get one more in. One more in.
One more. Come on. It's what?
It's National Shrimp Scampi Day.
All right, then we'll go with the I ain't gonna say that's my favorite one, but yeah. Why do they always have a food holiday?
You're a pescatarian, right?
Yeah, but I ain't necessarily that fond of scampi.
I was talking about the shrimp part.
Oh yeah, now I love a good shrimp. You understand? I love the shrimp, a boiled shrimp, a fried shrimp, a baked shrimp, a shrimp sandwich, a shrimp. Listen, yeah, keep going, cause say something else, cause my brain had went. It was.
All right, Forrest. Bubblegum shrimp.
It was about to go somewhere else. Yeah, Bubba was good. I was about to go way yonder ways, but yeah,
well, we don't want you to go way yonder ways. We have a guest that's going to be coming up later on. We're going to be talking about financial things, but guess what? Guess what Miss Yielded is right now, you guys. Anybody want to take a guess?
They have absolutely no clue because I ain't telling nobody.
Absolutely no idea. Guess what? But later on today, Miss Yielded, she is right now in those ATL streets, Atlanta, and she is going to be on Atlanta 57. And we're going to be airing that later on today here on the FIYAH Show. So go tell everybody that we're going to be actually premiering her live from those Atlanta streets on here, the FIYAH Show. So go tell a neighbor, go tell a friend, go tell an enemy, go tell everybody, go tell your pastor, go tell your priest, go tell the usher board, the deacon board, the missionary board. Go tell everybody. Hey, go tell a stripper that we will be live.
Lorenzo, no, don't. I mean, we want to tell everybody, but
I was just trying to let them know anybody and everybody is welcome.
I'm close to Magic City too.
You know what?
Let me go over here and go to work, and then I'm gonna come back. Let me go in here because I'm working for the kingdom. I'm working for the kingdom.
First of all, your management did not book you to go to Magic City, so don't go.
I don't think they're called managers at Magic City.
You ain't booked to
go. I was going to work for the kingdom in there. I was going to work in there for the kingdom.
I heard they got some good wings. I got called. You know what? Let me ask Cousin Al.
Yeah, it's 28 minutes, almost halfway through this here hour. And so I think we're going to take a quick commercial break so Lorenzo can regroup, I can regroup, and we can get on the same page because I don't know if it's the technology, but both of us seem like where's the oil? See, you know what? I did not bring my oil with me. It's the anointing that destroys.
Hold up. So you got on the plane without your herb? You got on the plane without your herb?
My herb is at the hotel. I said I ain't bring it with me here.
Oh, okay. All right. Blessed assurance.
One thing I don't leave. I don't know nothing about their oil in there. You can't use everybody's oil. Listen, Diddy taught him firsthand that. Look, go to commercial, representative, push the button.
Greece is cheap.
But the airfare costs a fortune.
Paris?
Not much closer, and again, airfare.
What about Puerto Vallarta?
Let's face it, flying anywhere is just too expensive.
Wait, what's this? Low-cost airlines.
With one call to low-cost airlines, you'll drastically slash your travel costs. We're talking insanely low airline prices to any of your favorite destinations. Where would you like to go? London, Rome, Costa Rica, Australia?
Wow, that's cheap.
So why wait? Call now to learn how crazy cheap it is to fly anywhere in the U.S. or international. Our prices are so low, we can't publish them. The only way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
Call 855-325-1768. That's 855-325-1768. 855-325-1768. That's 855-325-1768.
The abuse of opioids and heroin is killing people. Recover Now is a new national movement to help you curb your addiction. You can get help now, right now, and you can get clean in as little as 7 to 30 days. So don't wait, change your life. Call the number on your screen right now. We can help. You could have a brand new life in as little as 7 to 30 days. You can change your life. Call the number on your screen right now.
Here's an important message from the U.S. Med Diabetes Solution Center. If you have diabetes, you know the pain of pricking your fingers. But now, by wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce your pain right away. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. So call us right now to see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no cost. U.S. Med. Better service. Better care.
It's the Fire Show, hosted by you. Turn up the radio if you feel it.
Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Listen, it is halfway through the first hour, y'all. Your girl Yilda is out in these streets doing some amazing stuff. Let me just say this real quick. I told Lorenzo a few minutes ago to drop a teaser to tell y'all what we had coming up. He told y'all everything. So that lets me know if I got a secret and I don't want nobody to know, don't tell Lorenzo. But don't worry about it. Just say, ow, one more time. And a third time for the Holy Ghost. Look, y'all, again, we got an amazing show lined up for y'all. A little bit toward the end of the show, we're going to let y'all tap into this live recording that we're going to be doing and let you see what we, some of the stuff we do out here in the streets. I hear bubbles popping and stopping and dropping. So, I'm going to get ready to get out of here because I'm sitting in the car, got the air conditioner blowing, it's making my eyes water, and my lashes is getting whatever, and my liner is smudging. So I got to get ready to get out of here and let these people who are qualified and capable and able-bodied do what they need to do. And the car is starting to talk and all kinds of stuff is happening. I don't know what's going on. Why is the navigation on? I'm not even moving. I didn't turn it on. It already told me I was here. Look, lift your hands right now and begin to pray, y'all. But again, it's an amazing day here on The Fire Show. We're doing what we always do, bringing a little heat from the word on the street, sharing all of these things, letting you know what thus says the Lord in a strategic way that allows you to be able to come on in and enjoy what we got going on. So again, y'all, I'm going to be leaving in a little while, but y'all will see me, but I won't be able to talk to y'all. So make sure y'all enjoy the show. Make sure y'all like and share the video. Make sure y'all call them numbers. So y'all saw that low-cost airline. My manager booked me out here, but I'm almost certainly called low-cost airline because why? It's a real commercial, and it's our sponsor. And if y'all don't call them, we don't get paid. So go ahead and call those numbers. Call, get your blue pill. No, Roy, it's not for. So if you was in here on time, you'll know where my background is. So don't come in here typing stuff, making me think I need to be reading messages because I can't read messages and talk on here. I was thinking maybe something was going wrong, but my background is not in the car and I'm on a device that my background can't come on. So don't be sending me no messages in the back. Lorenzo, what I did now? I don't know why you keep coming in here.
That wasn't
I know who sent it. Well, who typed it then?
I typed it.
Well, why did you ask me that?
That's not your name, darling.
Y'all, they be sending private messages. Oh, I didn't see it then. So I Look, remember, I'm on a device I don't typically use. I don't do mobile broadcasting. So stuff just pops up and it don't look like you see it on your screen because I'm on the phone and the phone is sitting cat corner on the dashboard and the gear shift thingamabob. And so I'm doing the very best I can with what I got. Y'all ain't helping me today. I'm just going to leave because I feel abandoned. I feel like I've been shabooked. That's one of the words I made up about 3 years ago that needs to go into your dictionary.
You haven't been shabooked. But guess what? Guess who's back today? From on her sabbatical. Guess who's back today?
Element PQR RJ?
There she is, RJ.
Look.
RJ?
Look at there. Look at there.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Is it me or is it RJ?
It's RJ.
It's RJ.
It's RJ.
Okay, RJ. Now, what we not gonna do? You done been gone 2 weeks, and you went back into the abyss, and now you on the delayed telepathic, deaf, mute, hearing impaired system. And so, yeah, we ain't doing that today. I'm already technology challenged because I'm sitting out here in the Gobi Desert. We ain't doing that today, sister. No man press cheese and green beans. It is.
I'm not delayed.
No, you're not delayed. You're good.
She's not delayed. She's not delayed now. All right, look, I don't know why it is. So we have an amazing guest coming for y'all. She's already in the vestibule eating the church mints. I don't know why, Lorenzo. This is a personal conversation between me and Lorenzo. Lorenzo, look in the camera. Get close up in here. Why every time this woman of God come on the show, you got me somewhere in the streets?
Well, hey, first and foremost, always follow first. You got to take care of business. So take care of your business.
I mean, you ain't really got no answer, but go ahead.
Yeah, we gonna go with that. No, it's just that the scheduling just be where it is. You know, sometimes we got to schedule the way we got to schedule, and I do apologize for that. But let's bring our guests in so at least you can say hello.
I'm starting to feel like she don't.
You can say hello, then you can say goodbye.
I'm starting to feel like she don't like coming on my show with me. Okay then.
I think it's in your mind. It's just in your mind.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, because we are on borrowed time, and we're going to bring in and welcome her back to the FIYAH Show, Dr. LaShawn Lukes. Come on in here, Doc.
Welcome back.
Hello, Dr. Lukes.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, it's National Dance Day, Dr. Lukes. You got to come in and dance. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay.
How are you? Thank you for having me back.
How are you? Welcome back to the FIYAH Show. We're glad to have you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
All right. That's our host that says I don't like it. She's out there in the Millennium streets. She has something to do. I actually scheduled her to do a live show out there, which was actually existing today. It really wasn't my fault, but what happened is that their scheduling was wrong. So we had to reschedule because of them, not because of me. Because she's supposed to go on tomorrow, which is the 30th, but they pushed it up a day. So I said, you know what? You got to take the opportunities where the opportunities are given.
Right.
That's true.
And that's the bottom line.
Dr. Lukes, I don't believe this.
Okay. Anyway, we're
I don't
here
believe
with
none
Dr.
of it.
Luke.
I think he don't think. I don't think that he thinks I know how to be dignified enough when you come on, so he don't bring me on when you on. I think he thinks I'm
the last
too silly
time
to have an intellectual conversation with Dr. Lukes. That's what I think.
Anyway, you know what? You read the bottom of the screen. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go to the dedicated news real quickly for our cousin Al, and then we're going to come back and we're going to have a very deep dive in conversation with Dr. Lukes, and we're gonna find out how we're gonna prosper.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Right,
We're
Dr.
gonna find out.
Yes.
Prosper.
We're gonna get to the nitty
I like
gritty of it.
prosperity.
Yes.
Yes, prosperity is the bomb.
Yes.
And that's
I
what we're
like
gonna
prosperity. Yeah.
do. Okay. You know what?
All right then. All right. Well, let's bring the dedicated news with Cousin Al.
Yes. Thank you.
I just knew the Pope was gonna get up on Easter. I just knew it. But the next day they had him laid out, and he was clean. He was like a bar soap. He was clean. They had him in that thing. I don't even think they had time to embalm him. I need you to investigate that because I need that to be on the news story. Oh! What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cousin Al right here on the FIYAH Show with your dedicated news. The news you can use. We are here sponsored by the Blue Pill. The Blue Pill. Y'all know what the Blue Pill do. The Blue Pill makes the deal. Roll my intro.
Yeah. Not sponsored by the Blue Pill. Mighty God.
Speaking of the Blue Pill.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Number 3, Uncle Shay Shay. Y'all know Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is the host of the Shay Shay Room, Cognac with me, and Talk and Tell podcast, YouTube show, what have you. Well, Uncle Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp, ex-football player and motivated speaker, just all kind of stuff. He got all these accolades. And now to add to the accolades is he apparently is targeted, he says, but there has been some audio that came out where he was threatening to choke a woman. And
wow.
This is the second thing to come out. And it's just like, Shay Shay, come on, man. Like, we're going to listen to the audio. Lord be a fence. And a pit bull behind it.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public.
Oh.
Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you do what the shit to me.
Okay.
Now, Shay, nah, brother, nah, that was a bit much. I don't know if that was role play. I don't know if that was AI, because you know, might be some Elon Musk in the gumbo. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what it was. But he came on and he explained what was happening and said that he's targeted, and we need to watch out for these people. He said the same people that targeted other celebrities, other black males, is targeting him. Check this out.
My family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Shay Shay, Find you a woman with some macaroni and cheese on her resume and some green beans in her blood. Get you somebody like they told you. Monique came on your show and told you what you need, and leave these young girls alone because they finna get you caught up. Like I'm telling you, man, they finna Michael Jackson you on up out of here. I'm telling you that they are after you from what it sounds like. Because if it's true, you just did it to yourself and dug your own grave. Fire Nights, what y'all think? Speaking of people being after people, number 2, sounds like they're going to be after y'all kids. It sounds like they are trying to get y'all kids into private school from what it sounds like. And hey, that's your choice. I promise to God, we ain't going to beg for them to come to public school. However, you know, I don't know what this new thing is, but there is a bill that has been signed saying, hey, let's let the teachers have discipline. Let's get them some power to get the kids who are trouble and get them got. And so I don't know what this all entails, but take a look at the video.
An executive order on school discipline policies under, I believe it was the Biden administration, first Obama and then Biden. The Department of Justice issued guidance that made it almost impossible for schools to enforce adequate disciplinary policies. This created issues in the classroom for teachers and students alike. Basically, they focused on CRT and sort of diversity ideology instead of actually just enforcing the rules in classrooms to ensure a safe learning environment. This executive order revokes that prior guidance and puts us back in a place where hopefully the Department of Education can focus on education and teachers can focus on teaching in a safe environment.
And this was important for you, Linda, as I understand it.
Yeah, absolutely, because it gives teachers the authority now to have discipline in their classroom and discipline the person who is being disruptive.
Now, some people are saying, does that mean that the teachers going to be able to get boards and pop them? Now, here's the deal. That means there's going to be a lot of fights. There's going to be a lot of fights in the schoolhouse. That's what that means. I can tell you now, that means there's going to be a lot of fist-to-fist fights in the schoolhouse because these kids are crazy, right? And so y'all going to have to get to a place where y'all going to have to raise them the right way. But I'm going to give you what I do here in the spirit, in the Holy Ghost of the Holies. The Holy of the Holy Ghosts. No, it's one Holy Ghost. So the Holies of the Holy Ghost is what I hear. It's what I hear. Y'all, they trying to get the police immunity, get the power to the teachers to handle the discipline problems. So it sounds like to me, y'all kids finna get, and anybody in the street that get popped, everybody's just about to get away with stuff. It's just about to be free range to just act a fool and do what you want. I don't know if it's to give power to people who have position or power to people who are in positions where they have influence over others or authority over others. It sounds very authoritative. I don't know. This is going to be something they're going to have to explain and break down to us. So I don't know. Y'all might want to get some homeschooling going. I promise y'all might want to get a computer and get some coffee and some homeschooling going. You know what I'm saying? Because they finna be on it.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. So
all right. And the number one news story of the week, we made it. Yo, it's Michelle, and she back on the scene. Listen, everybody who has had something to say about Michelle Obama being so distant, absent from, the political stuff and not showing up to the inauguration and not going to different funerals and all this stuff, she said, choose yourself first. It's at certain points in life, you have to choose yourself first. She gave a brilliant speech or conversation piece where she explained how she had to basically pull away from all of that to make sure that she was centered as a person and so that she could do some of the things she wanted to do for her. So check this out.
My decision to skip the inauguration, what people don't realize, or my decision to make choices at the beginning of this year that suited me were met with such ridicule and criticism. Like, people couldn't believe that I was saying no for any other reason, that they had to assume that my marriage was falling apart.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's like, while I'm here really trying to own my life and intentionally practice making the choice that was right for me, and it took everything in my power to not do the thing that was right or that was was that was perceived as right, but do the thing that was right for me.
Mm-hmm.
That was a hard thing for me to do.
Mm-hmm.
I had to basically trick myself out of it. And it started with not having anything to wear. I mean, I had affirmatively, because I'm always prepared for any
Right.
funeral, anything. I walk around with the right dress. I travel with clothes just in case something pops off.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, if I'm not going to do this thing, I got to tell my team, I don't even want to have a dress ready.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's so easy to just say, let me do the right thing.
But then you become a shock absorber.
Yeah.
And that's what women are.
Yeah.
Shock absorbers.
Yeah.
And that's exhausting. And
It
it's
is.
not healthy.
Yeah.
It is not healthy.
Mhm.
You've had to be shock absorbers for your husband, for your children, for your mom, for your family, your loved ones, because of where you were sitting in the public eye.
Mhm.
That's not fair to you. When do you ever get to live for you?
Mhm.
I applaud you. I'm happy that you are taking care of yourself.
It's the wisdom for me. It's the wisdom. Everybody under the sound of my voice, here's what I want every Fire night, every listener, everybody to do. One day a week, make something happen for you. Choose you at least once a week. Like, yeah, you want to be giving. Yeah, you want to care about other people. You want to support. I'm the king of support. However, take time for you. Make sure you put you first. Your thoughts, your what you want to do. And if it has to override somebody else sometime, so be it. Is it wrong to choose you? Yeah, y'all talk about that amongst yourself, amongst the choir and the deacon board and everybody else. Y'all talk about that. Is it wrong to choose you? Oh God, that was so powerful. That was so powerful. I ain't even getting there. And tomorrow I'm not even wearing no clothes. So don't nobody ask me to do nothing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I gotta go to work now.
Uh-oh.
But choose you. All right. It's been your boy Cousin Al with your dedicated news. Back to y'all. Oh, hold on. I did have something else. What my notes at? Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Oh. If you are in those Las Vegas streets, check out Yilda. She on signs and billboards and carrying on. They took down the secular praise dance girls and they put up the yielded vessel unto God. Let me tell you something. Tell me what God don't do. Tell me what he won't do. Will he, won't he, want to do it? Did he do it? So we want to congratulate Yielded for being signaged. Is that what the word be? And billboardaged. And she's up in the air and not on no pole, but she's up in the air for God. So congratulations, Yielded. And I need y'all to go vote. And she gonna tell y'all how to vote in a nice way, because I don't know how to tell y'all in a nice way, because y'all keep take the P off. And it's good. If I take the P off, I can say issing me off. That's good. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Yeah.
Lorenzo.
Yes. Hello.
What you gonna do with Cousin Al?
I have no idea what I'm gonna do with Cousin Al. What happened is that, but you know what? I'm just gonna choose me.
He said he choosing him, and he not wearing no clothes. So, and
No,
he's
I
your
don't-
mentor.
No, we're not even gonna we're not gonna talk about my mentor and he walking out these streets bare nakedness. We're not gonna talk about that right now. What we're gonna talk about is a financial situation, prosperity, so he can go out and buy some clothes and he can choose himself to purchase some clothes. Okay, that's what we hear right now. We're here with Dr. LaShawn Lutz. I'll be yielded. You want to say hold on,
Dr. Lutz.
Yes, Dr. Lutz. She gotta go. So she's gonna just say her goodbyes, and hopefully she'll see you the next time when she's actually gonna be able to be on here as long as
I'm gonna
possible.
schedule you myself.
When people do her scheduling, I don't know what they be thinking about, but yeah, blame the people. Come on, we got to talk about money. You
Dr.
leaving us?
Luke's, Dr. Luke, thank you so much for being on the Fire Show yet again. We pray that all of the information you shared today, somebody will be able to utilize. We pray that you will continue to do what you do, and we pray that you'll come back on the show when I'm actually here to talk with you, okay?
That would be great.
I promise I host this show. Yeah, I promise I host this show. You know, the little peanut head person that's on here, he's the one responsible for this every time. So, the break dancer. RJ, Dr. Luke, did you hear the Lorenzo say he used to break dance?
Yes.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's National Dance Day.
Oh my
Okay.
It's the International Dance Day, and I told her I used to break dance back in the days. It was at Nakasaki's, it was at Jan Rock, it was at a few of these places. You know, Long Island. That's where I'm from. That's what we used to do. Come on, forget about it.
He wore
that's our
parachute
neck of the
pants.
woods.
Exactly.
This is all interesting, but Dr. Luke's, I'm gonna go ahead and exit stage left. I'll be still watching, but I gotta go into the studio in here and all of that good stuff. But have an amazing show, y'all, and I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna pray that somebody comes to help y'all out because I don't want to leave you with just these two, Dr. Luke's. Because I'm gonna go ahead and go. All right, Lorenzo, you can put me out. I know you're ready to anyway. Don't worry about it.
Thank you for having me. See you soon.
Thank you. Awesome. Yes, ma'am.
Have a wonderful show. God bless you, and good night.
He said good night.
All right, Doctor. Hey, RJ Blaze, how you been? How's everything?
Everything is well. Thank you for asking. Glad to be back.
All right. So we're gonna dive right into this, man. Oh, hey, Percy May, how you doing? Hey, my mama's daughter, how you doing? Is MISTR. She says hello to RJ Blaze and Dr. Luke's. So everybody's, they remember you from being on here before. So hey, they saying hi to you. So we're gonna dive right into it. Come on, Dr. Luke's. I'm giving it right to you right now. Let these people know how we can be blessed and highly favorable if we do the right things. Let them know.
That's the key word, if you do the right thing. But most people do not know what the right thing is. So I teach a series called Pathways to Prosperity because the pathways are different for all of us. Your journey and my journey is completely different based upon many factors: our family structure, our family legacy, systemic issues in our environment, just the climate right now with the government. It's just a very scary time. So even my pathway had to pivot a little bit to deal with the times and the changes in the economy. So when we tap onto the different levels and the phases, its first step is identifying where we are realistically. A lot of times we do not like to have these poverty conversations, right? Or those struggle conversations, or those I can't pay my mortgage conversations, right? Those are not the conversations that we like to have. But we have to take realistic look at our life and what's going on around us. How do I have people do that?
Yes. Hold on for 1 second. My Fire Night, she's about to drop some gems on you. So I'm telling you, go get your pen and your paper, and you need to write this stuff down. I'm not just bringing people on here just for y'all to just sit back and just be like, I'm bringing you some education, some knowledge. So Fire Nights, open up your ears and open up your mind and listen to what she has to say. She's not a doctor for nothing. Come on, Dr. Lewis, go ahead.
Can you repeat step 1 again for them, Dr. Luke's, please?
Sure. Step 1 is identifying where we start.
Yes.
Where are we today? That's always going to be your start. How do I do that? We have budget. So what we have to learn is to budget. Where do we stand? How do we spend our money? Because we have our income coming in. So it starts with that. Let's talk about what is identifying income.
Okay.
When we work, child support, SSI, public assistance, if that's what you get, any money that comes into your household, you have to first identify that. Because sometimes people they're just thinking the set mind of having one stream of income, not realizing that you're pulling in money from different sources. What's another stream of income? If you take your bottles back to the store and recycle, right? Every month, if you do that monthly, guess what? That becomes an income, right? That's something that we could calculate. That's something that we can control, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are things that we have to identify. I like to know, where is all the money coming from? I love multiple streams of income. So you always hear me talk about earning a lot, right? Because I don't like to talk about the deficits all the time. I like to also inspire people to say, you know what, where is your money coming from? Are you working overtime? Are you making tips at your job, right? Because once we identify where the money is coming in and how much money we have coming in, and I tell people to start on a weekly basis, do it weekly, because sometimes when we say, okay, yearly, that's too broad of a scope. We can't get a hold and control of what is going on in our lives in a year span. That's really elevated budgeting. That's elevated discipline. And we're not there yet, you know? So I tell people, when you start with this pathway to prosperity, let's identify the good things where the money is coming in. Start on a weekly plan. Let's do this weekly or bi-weekly if you get paid bi-weekly. So I always do it by your main source of income weekly. So that would be weekly or bi-weekly. Then from there, what happens, we start to say, okay, this is how much I make. Now that's a plus. So we have that plus on this side. And guess what happens after that? All the negatives start coming in. Mm-hmm. What are the negatives? Our rent, our mortgage, lights, utilities, gas, daycare, groceries, right? All of these things start to trickle down. So now we start with $1,000 a week. And now we have all these negatives subtracting in a week span. I got to pay this week is my cable. Next week, I know that's not going to be on here this week. Just identifying what happens in a week. And then you'll also realize things like, guess what? I need to take my lunch to work, right? Mm-hmm. Because when you start to do your weekly budget, eating in a cafeteria or Starbucks every morning may not be working for you. But you don't realize as you're spending every day that, guess what? A cup of Starbucks, something happens. It's $10 when I go in there, right? Minimum. But now you're getting Starbucks, let's just say one time a week, and that's $50 just at Starbucks. Mm-hmm. Where exactly. You can just make coffee at home. Yes. Then after that, you're going to lunch with your girlfriends from work, right? You know how that could get. Now, you know, we're getting these cute little sandwiches and all these little things we want. Or then we're trying to say we're going healthy, we're doing the keto, whatever we're doing it. And now, guess what? You add that up. And now, guess what? Before you even get off, before you have dinner, you done spent $50 in one day just on a meal and a half. That doesn't make sense, but you don't realize it when it's happening. You know, you don't realize that I have all these negatives coming out. The nail salon, I'll just take it from a woman's perspective. I can use myself as an example. Something Sisters, you know what it is. We go to the nail salon, we get our mani and pedis, a filler. Something happens here in New York, in Hempstead, right? I get my nails done. Something happens. It's $140 twice a month with the tip. I don't understand. I'm not getting anything extra. Right? But guess what? That's $280 plus my Starbucks, lunch with my girlfriends. We didn't even talk about groceries in the fridge.
Right.
Okay, question. Hold on. Listen. I know you keep saying the S word. They're not sponsoring us, so don't say that word no more. Just call it.
No, I'm just saying this is where we spend our money, and we have to identify
also
budgeting. They might get us because now I'm telling people go from 5 cups.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. Don't come for me. Come
but I just say that because people identify with realistic things. So when I go around, I just say these are things that I observe that we do. And that's another conversation because this is not an entrepreneurship topic today, but when I talk about that, I have real conversations about how do we start to monetize and circulate the dollars within our community. But that's a branch off to what we're talking about today because our money is leaving out all the time. Yeah, and it's really hard. I'm going to get to that in the phases of prosperity when we talk about how money leaves our community. So that's another conversation. And it's a real one, you know, that's just the bottom line.
Now, hold on.
So we have a lot of negatives. For men, it could be barbershops. It could be, I get that extra lineup stuff I see happening now in the beard stuff, right? So maybe, I don't know, these okay, maybe not for you. You don't got the... But
I don't know what you're talking about.
But things happen even with men. So, and we have children, and we try to still live life and do these things. But we didn't even talk about really the bills yet, and what happens with credit card debt and these other habits. So underneath these negatives, I really realized with working with so many individuals, they do not understand what they spend their money on. Mm-hmm. They just know it's going poof, and the money is gone. But if we really start to identify where is our money being spent, then we can have more control. And that's when the financial freedom starts. And then we'll be on our route for prosperity. Someone mentioned child support. Child support is something that really plagues our communities on two sides, because for our men, child support can be a very big bill. It's normally a fixed bill. So sometimes it's a fixed amount, and we'll talk about that. What is a fixed amount that comes out of your pay? A fixed amount is something that's the same amount every month. Your light bill is not fixed because it goes up and down based on usage. Your grocery, we try to make it fixed, but guess what? If something's on sale, we might buy a little more of it or not. But what is fixed? Our rent is a fixed amount. Our mortgage is fixed. It's the same amount. Our landscaper could be a fixed deduction. So we know each month or each week, this fixed set amount comes out. Anything that fluctuates is something we can honestly control. Right? By usage, by how we manage it. And these are important things to identify. So what I do myself is like things that I can control. Sometimes I cut back. I learn to look at deals in the supermarket. Groceries are very expensive everywhere right now. We just dealt with the egg hike in price. It was just like a black market egg ring going on recently. And people were buying eggs and, so something that we would take for granted, right? Buying eggs now has become a heavy expense. If you don't know how to budget, you will just start sinking because you do not know how to navigate when the times change, when the waves are high. You don't know how to navigate on your road to prosperity because you don't know how to pivot because you don't know where you stand. So that's one of the things that I tell people.
Dr. Pause on that right now. We have to go for a commercial because we have to pay bills around here as well. All right, guys, we'll be right back with Dr. LaShawn Lukes after these great commercials. These commercials are real. Please call them if you want to go away, if you want to get a hotel, if you want to get a blue pill, if you got some taxes, even though the taxes are past tense. You should already filed your taxes, but just in case you did file them and they say you got to owe them back, we got a tax person that's going to talk about it, and you can just call them and see if they can help you. And you may not have to pay nothing back. Just give the tax doctor a call. But we'll be right back with Dr. Lukes.
Listen, if we even think you owe us money, you won't know what hit you. We'll put liens on everything you own. Raid your bank accounts, retirement fund, pension. You'll open up your paycheck and cry because we'll already have the money. We'll haul you into federal court and you might even go to jail. Hey, it's our job.
Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. Our experts will fight for you using IRS guidelines to stop any IRS actions like bank levies or wage garnishments. Plus, eliminate penalties and interest and reduce your past tax bill so you pay the IRS less. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a tax doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
I'd have my mom call the number on the screen. You come see me alone. We'll work it out. Really, we will.
The Gospel Sounds Music Awards is coming to Birmingham, Alabama. Friday, August 22nd, 2025. Hosted by Sir Every Drake and Yielded. Featuring the New Hope Mass Choir, Brian Woods, and the Voices of Victory, Phyllis Wong, Keenan Coleman, B.J. Williams, and Shabak. Terrence Gamble, and the Living Testimony Community Singers, Michael Lee and Ron Summers, and many more. All roads lead to the Greater Grace Church, 1945 Centerpoint Parkway, Centerpoint, Alabama. VIP reception 5 p.m. Red carpet 5:30 p.m. Main show 7 p.m. Tickets are $35 in advance, 40 at the door. VIP 50. Get your tickets at Eventbrite. The Gospel Sounds Music Awards. Don't you dare miss it.
Here's an important message from the U.S. Med Diabetes Solution Center. If you have diabetes, you know the pain of pricking your fingers. But now, by wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce your pain right away. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. So call us right now to see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no cost. U.S. Med. Better service. Better care.
Recover Now is a national campaign aimed at the education and awareness of the devastating effects of opioid and heroin abuse and curbing drug and alcohol addiction in the United States. Recover Now is sponsored by treatment facilities nationwide. Many of them have been where you are, and they want to help by spreading a message of hope and recovery. They're working hand in hand with major insurance companies nationwide that can help you or a loved one get clean in 7 to 30 days. Recover Now is embarking on a national outreach campaign on TV and radio to promote anti-addiction messages. So if you, a loved one, or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, do not wait. A new life for you could be 30 days away. Call us right now. I promise this call can change your life. Sponsored by the Detox and Treatment Helpline.
Call 877-675-2490.
Today we're comparing blue pills, the name brand, with our generic little blue pill.
Okay, so what's the difference?
The name brand pills have the brand name from a large pharmaceutical company engraved on each pill.
What does that do?
It makes them cost a lot more. Both pills have the same active ingredient, which allows you to be, well, more active.
Don't pay more for the name, pay less for the pill. Get our generic blue pill for as little as $2 each. Call right now for yours.
Yep. What's going on? I know you expected to see Yielded, but Yielded is actually at another engagement. She had to leave the show real quickly. We do apologize, but she will be back next Tuesday doing our thing. And we're gonna do our thing today. We are talking about prosperity, and we have our Dr. Luke that's on here, and she's dropping some good gems. And everybody should know that she's dropping some good gems. And hopefully you got your book, you got everything that's going on out there. And I don't know what just happened on my screen. There's nobody there. I don't know what's happening. Let me just remove that person from my screen. So this is what we're doing right now. And we're having a good time today as we do it. So let's keep it going. Let's just make sure that we're having a great time. You got your pen and you got your paper. We're going to ask Dr. Luke some questions. We're going to go through what we need to go through with her so you can actually have prosperity in your life. It is The FIYAH Show, hosted by Yielded, who is not here right now. But anyway, well, hold up. Do I see her here? Is she trying to come back in the building? No, I don't think she is. But we're about to bring our co-host back. And we're going to bring our guest back because we on Living in Town with her today. Hey, RJ Blaze, welcome back to The FIYAH Show. We are here. We are talking about prosperity and the blue pill.
Not the blue pill.
Look.
She said blue pill.
Blue pill. We got a couple of questions for Dr. Luce. We're going to bring her back in because I just want to ask about this child support. Hey, Dr. Luce, welcome back. Welcome back to The FIYAH Show. Our host Yielded right here. She said something about child support. Child, my baby daddy sent me $11 in 2023.
This lady.
So what do you say about that? Like when they can't get their child support or the money is not coming in as it should be coming in, what do we do?
Okay, when it comes to child support, what you have to do, because that's an order enforced by the court.
Right.
You have to go back before the judge. And most times when it gets to that point where it's a court mandate or a judgment, it's obviously some obstacles there that some barriers, right, to why a person is not voluntarily paying. So my thing is you have to go back. And the thing is, even if a person doesn't pay, that amount grows with interest. And eventually one day, right, when life starts lifing for them and they want to start to achieve certain things, they're going to start to pay it, because now you'll get a restricted license. They'll revoke your passport. You can be incarcerated. A lot of things happen when you don't pay your child support. So just be mindful. And when we talk about things that are going out, and I speak to men or women, right? Because some women have to pay child support now. We can't discriminate.
Right.
Pay your bill. Pay for your children. Put it on that bill list and make sure that it's mailed out every month, or it will be taken out every month. So you want that control to be able to just say, I'm voluntarily paying this debt, because it will impact your credit report as well.
Yeah, and look at the bottom of the screen. Hold on, look at the bottom of the screen. She said, "Girl, we done that. They garnished wages, but he jumped jobs." I'm so done.
See, now that's a character thing there, right?
Right.
So when you see those things happen, that's just somebody's character. Because I heard some men say, "Well, if she gonna take over money, I'm just not gonna work." But let's just talk about the price of raising a child, right? And all the stress and education, the soccer team, they want to do this and it becomes movie with the friends. But let's just talk about feeding them and giving them the shelter, and just the resources that they need. It's a bill associated with it. So with me, I don't want to push my personal feelings on that, but take care of your kids. What about that? Just take care of your kids.
What about that?
That's good.
What about that? RJ Blaze, you look like you had a question. Go ahead.
Yes, I do. I have several, actually. So the first one, Dr. Lukes, is what we heard you talk about, making sure that you have a budget. It's a good idea to have a budget in place. So realistically, what would make a good snapshot of a budget?
Always what comes in, all income, child support, like we just went over a couple of different ways that you can earn, right? And then all your deductions. And that's something you can go online, you can Google a budget form. I love the fillable, so you can actually write in. But then it's also areas, remember I said everything is personalized, right? So it's also expenses that you may have that I don't have.
Okay.
So we have to also just be realistic with this, and then put these areas there and say, guess what? I'm subtracting in that space. Okay. And it could be anything. It could be co-payments on your prescriptions, right? That's something that you have to pay. It could be just, those type of things that you have to pay different medical deductions depending on your lifestyle. If you have issues, if you have diabetes, if you have hypertension, and especially within our Black and Brown communities, right?
Right.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again. If you have high blood pressure,
you can have high blood pressure, deductibles for your insurance, co-payments. You go to the doctor a little more often. So this is personal expenses. So you have to identify what are your personal expenses. It could be different from one person to another. So when you go online to look at these budget forms, sometimes they may not really be specifically for us. We have different things that's going on sometime in our communities, right? Or in our lifestyles. So you may have to add a couple of boxes in to be relatable. Guess what? I can give you a perfect one. What about if you have a dog and you have to take your dog to the groomer?
Right.
So that's a deductible.
That's something that you would need to budget for.
Man,
right.
I should have had you on here. I could have had you on here before tax when I'm filing taxes. High blood pressure, hypertension, sugar diabeticals. I mean, all of these things. I mean, sheesh. I mean, what about so say for instance, right? I'm feeding a group of like 25 people, right? Can I put that on my taxes as a deductible?
Well, if it's a business meeting.
Yeah, it was a business meeting. We talked briefly like 5 minutes about a business, and then we started eating.
I'm not going to teach you how to cheat.
Right.
Don't try to trick me now. You're trying to trick me. But guess what? Business meetings, if you wear uniforms, you're cleaning, these different things, we have to really start. We could go on and on. This is because we have to really understand. We don't understand how to do this, how to work the system the right way. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times it's that's a whole nother conversation when we talk about what is our deductibles and how can we monetize on the return of our deductibles. That's
Dr.
something a
Luke,
little different.
So I've heard several different people say that pay off your credit cards, or either if you have an offer where they'll say you can pay this bill or transfer your balance or something like that. And then on the other side of that coin, I've heard people say, don't do that because you're having too many inquiries or whatnot, and then it could cause potential harm down the line. Is there any truth to any one of those little myths or whatever?
Yes. So let's tackle one at a time.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So balance transfers can be good, but you have to check the interest rate. So if you have let's just use 3 cards, right? And the interest rates are very high and you're making minimum payments, right? Then no, you need to do that balance transfer because most of your payments are being eaten up by the fees that's associated. Sometimes we pay late fees. People sometimes pay things late because they're not on auto payment, right? Because everyone should be on auto payment, auto deductions, right? But sometimes what I tell people is take your credit card, right? So let's just say you spend $500, right? So now you get your credit card statement. They say pay $100. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Now you just spent $500, right?
No, right.
So the minimum payment is the $100, but that keeps you in that debt matrix, I call it, right? Because out of $100, $25 or $40 is actually goes towards the principal that's owed, and a lot of it is fees. So what I tell people is I tell them to just watch your utilization. You'll take the balance of your credit card. The easiest science is you minus it from your principal, what your usage is, and then you'll times it by 30, and then you'll come up with a sum. That sum is what you should be paying.
Okay.
And it's not what the credit cards tell you because they keep you in that matrix of that ongoing bill that every month you have a carryover amount. And that's dangerous for a lot of people.
It is.
Because remember that carryover amount, now you're going to charge again, right?
Right.
So now it's another month, you got a little bit more space, and now you're going to charge again. And that's compounding debt for that credit card. And then you're just digging yourself deeper into that hole, and they're getting more interest fees, late fees, all these other fees that's associated with your credit card. And you have to read the fine print on your cards as well. You have to really understand what are the rules and regulations. Do I get charged for carrying over debt? What is my interest rate? Does the interest rate go up based upon how much my debt is on the card? We have to look at this card by card, right?
Right.
And then also when you see, I don't want to say names. On credit cards, you'll see for instance, they'll give you all these different promotions and they have 10 different type of cards for one creditor, right?
Yes.
You have to really look and see which card would be best for you and your lifestyle. What are you going to do with this card? Are you buying groceries to carry you over? Is this what you're just going to use for gas? Or is this just emergency? Do you live off of your credit cards, or do you want it just as an extra stream of income? You have to personally make, okay, this month I paid all my bills, but I need this to, really carry me through. Or guess what? I may like to go to the mall. I might see some shoes. If I don't have it, I'm just going to get the shoes and pay it back. So my thing is, do not carry over debt. Me, myself, I don't believe that you should zero out your cards. Leave a small amount, because when you remember your credit is like your heartbeat, right? So when you see your heartbeat is pumping, and when you see it on the scale, it's going up, down. But now if it's nothing, it's flatline.
Right.
So you can't have your credit flatline. I tell people that way either. So you can leave a small amount, like $25, $30, and that way it gets a little hump in it, because credit is to be used. Credit is not to just smother. We're supposed to use it because that's how we build up our relationship with the creditors, by using it. What is dangerous when we don't pay back properly?
Right. Oh, I'm glad you said that. That really helped me, because I am a stickler for each month, whatever we charge on our credit cards, I make sure that I pay my balance. And I've heard it, like you said, that it's not good to leave a zero balance because it makes it appear as if you're not being active with your cards. But then on the other side, I heard Don't leave stuff, because if you have 5 credit cards, say for instance, and every credit card has something on it, does that look like you don't know how to manage your finances?
Well, no, because people. So now on a credit report, number one, you shouldn't have 5 credit cards. That's I'm not an advocate for that.
Right.
Have 2 cards. Maybe you want 2 cards and a gas card.
Okay.
Or a cards. What about having a card for just when you travel because you don't want to use cash?
Right.
Right. So it's like the purpose once again of the card. Are you like living on your card, or is this a travel? I'm going to travel. I want to use plastic. I don't want to use cash. In the last couple of months, I became more of a cash and carry girl than just swiping, because sometimes I lose control, right? Swipers just swiping. Sometimes you send me in the mall, but if I have the cash in my hand, sometimes that's better discipline for me. Because guess what? When I see those, it gets down from hundreds to ones, I have to stop.
Right.
So it depends on how we are disciplined, what we're doing, but also you have to remember that. And I tell people, give yourself grace. And one of the reasons why I say give yourself grace, because for a lot of us, I could say for myself, financial literacy was not a conversation at our dinner table when I was growing up.
Right.
We never talked about it.
Talk about it. How we were younger. It's like once we got older, we started like understanding the power
figuring it out. We weren't even understanding. We were figuring it out.
And then because just like Yoda put up here, she said, I think we are a little deep into how to get deductibles, taxes, etc. I think we as a race don't understand the fundamentals of money.
That's true. That's true. Because like Dr. Luke said, we haven't been taught.
It's different levels to it. And that's why I call it pathways, because tax deductibles, like I was on a panel, and the panel, everyone wanted to talk about trust. But I come from and just we didn't really talk about my background with financial literacy and why I chose this pathway to educate. Number one, I'm a WDS for Department of Justice. Corrections is a collaborative with Department of Labor. I'm an MI, certified MI motivational interviewer. So I work within the justice system with that. One of the things that I found, and this is in any community, where there's poverty, there breeds problems, right? A lot of things start happening. We saw the era when individuals were selling drugs young in the streets and gangs. What was really behind that? What was really going on behind all of that? A lot of it was poverty. A lot of people were out there hustling young. Kids are in gangs because of poverty. Okay, because maybe they're getting a burger from the deli because they're not getting food at home. So now they have to be in these spaces where, guess what, they're earning, but the illegal way. So one thing I know, by us not being financially educated the right way, it really impacts our communities. Now we have our African Americans, and I'll speak to that population, who are a little more progressive, right? They work their 9 to 5s, they purchase their home, maybe they get 2 cars, they have a couple of kids, and they live with the so-called American dream is until something happens, till someone gets sick, till someone loses their job, until something happens to disturb that. And so many individuals come to me when something was disturbed, or they came to me because they were in this poverty cycle crisis and they did not know what to do. I chose to work with individuals who do not know anything about credit, do not know anything about budgeting. You know why? Because they were the easiest client for me to work with. They were those who thought they had it all, or they really brought into this material lifestyle. They weren't building a legacy and not something different. I'm into legacy building, and I'll take someone who doesn't have much but a dream, right? And build that person out, and it's being done. When we talk about financial literacy, it's a word now that people are ping-ponging around, right? It's like they're monetizing. Guess what? I went through that credit repair until it seemed like a scam. Everybody was doing it online, right? But I fixed the credit for real. But that's what I realized with fixing credit, because credit is no more than an algorithm. It goes up, it goes down, it could crash, you build it back up. But how do we really work our credit to get the things that we really want, right? What do we really want? A home.
I like
right?
that. Mm-hmm.
Investment property. I
That's
love
it.
investment properties. When I tell people, I'll say to a young person, 25 to 30 years old, that's they finished college now, they're ready to take these next steps. Do you want to buy a single family home or a 2-family home as your startup home?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because when we buy a single family home, all that's just money going out.
Right.
But as a young person, or any of us, start out with a 2-family home. Maybe you might have to be in the basement, right? Maybe you'll have 2 apartments upstairs. And then you can start to monetize. That's not your forever home. That's your startup home. So we have it sometimes like a little mixed up where we want to just go big. But then when we go big, we're not legacy building. We're actually creating debt. So what I try to tell people is don't be in a space to create debt. Yes, we want these things, but guess what? I want to see more entrepreneurs. I want to see, because with entrepreneurship, even if you have a traditional job, it's multiple streams of income. I love to talk about how can we make more money, right? That's what people really want to hear about.
Yes, ma'am.
The other stuff, guess what? When you're in a deficit and I'm talking to you about your credit and your money, or you already know I don't make enough to cover my bills, you become desensitized to what I'm saying because you already know you're in a deficit.
Mm-hmm.
So what I tweak with my Pathways to Prosperity, because I teach this pre-K all the way to 12th grade in the schools. I teach it to the seniors. I teach it in NYCHA housing, in the housing facilities. I teach it everywhere. But what I realized, because I learned from my students too, I'm talking to them like we're talking now. People want to earn. We want to talk about money. Money gets us excited. That we're like, oh man, how am I going to get out of this? How you going to get out of it? You're going to make more money. You're going to budget. You're going to get that second job to get you out of debt. And you're going to live within your means. Once we develop these habits, right? And that's why I said we're going to start in a real space. And when people come to me and they have all this little fairy tale story and they lying to me, guess what? You're not ready.
Right.
You're not. I can't help you. That's like you go to your doctor and they say, well, how you feel today? You got pains all in your stomach, migraines every night. Oh, doctor, I'm fine. Okay, here. All right, great. Great bill of health when you're leaving out the door sick.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. And that's what we do with our credit, with our finances. Let's talk about, we could talk about wills and trusts, but if you don't have anything to put in it, what are we doing?
Right.
Exactly. Dr. Lukes, I mean, I know it's that time because I know you gave me a specific time, and I know once we start talking, it starts to go. But before we let you go, because I know you told me the time frame that you have, and I don't want you to be late for your other. Right. I know it's something else you got to do. You got to give me an I don't like. You was here before. I need an I don't like. I was going to ask you. I don't know why you were sitting back like, oh God.
Okay, so let me think, because I want to go with today's topic.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, I don't like when broke people try to teach me how to become rich.
Oh,
mic drop. That's good. That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
I like that. I like that. I don't like.
Yeah.
When broke people try to, wow.
Wow. That's good.
How you gonna? Wow. You got to really think about that one because that's like one of those like, how you gonna teach me how to get rich if you're not even rich?
Right.
You broke. You ain't got no money.
Right.
It's like, what's in your bank account? And then they be like, man, I got like $300 in my bank account. Okay, so can we get a little bit further than that? Can we get a little bit extra money than that? And when you get up there to where those people walk around and don't have nothing to do or just sitting there at the golf course and just having a wonderful time sipping on something or whatever they do, when you get to that level, come and talk to me. Until then, I'm where you at. Let's keep
right.
I'm building up. And then sometimes what happens is that they may come to you. You may give them the insight because you have more knowledge and awareness of what's going on financially with money. And then all of a sudden they like, oh, really? And then all of a sudden the questions change. It's no longer telling you, it's starting to ask questions of how do I get to this particular level?
Exactly.
And that's where we at. But anyway, thank you so much.
I'm just gonna add to that really quick before I leave. And I speak to everyone because I'm the president of the Chamber of Commerce. So I deal with the businesses, and that's why I say realistic goals and understanding where you are to say, you know what, this is what I need to do. And I can get into a million scenarios here with people that would say, you know, in your life, this is happening and that, but really understanding where you are, but most importantly, where you want to go.
Right.
And then that's when we can create the pathway to get there. We don't need the scenic route anymore. We grown folks.
Right.
So we don't want the scenic route. We want to know how to get there straight line. Now it's not going to be without any trips or falls or fumbles. That's still going to happen. So I always tell people, give yourself grace, but understand that credit is something that could be built over. Wherever you are today is not your final destination. And that's what I want to leave people with. You know, just start to budget. Understand, you know, sometimes when we're in the deficit, we can't keep that mindset. Okay, I'm here, I'm stuck. What can you do to earn? What can you do to earn? What can you do to have that passive income? To be successful and comfortable right now, we need multiple streams of income.
Yes.
So don't ever be ashamed, okay, to say, guess what? I got 3-4 ways. Those are the people I like to talk to. How you getting money, girl? How you getting money, guy? What you doing? And then have these pathways, and also make sure that the individuals that surround you have that same mindset.
Right.
Because that's really important, your environment. Understanding your tribe, and guess what? We're all trying to get there together, and it makes life so much easier.
So much easier. So much easier. It feels so good to be at the top. Let me stop.
And then pull other people up with you. That's what I believe.
There's a song that goes, I think it says, "Don't look down on a man unless you picking him up." That's a song that's out there. Nobody probably know that song, but
never heard of it.
I said I was gonna Google it when I get off here.
Yeah, don't look down on the man unless you pick him up. Yeah. Anyway, well, thank you so much, Dr. Lukes. I know you gotta go. I'm gonna go to a commercial, then I'm gonna take you off. Any last words before you go?
How can we get in touch with you, Dr. Lukes?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
How can we get in touch with you?
Okay, so you can oh wow, so many ways. You can follow me on social media. It's on Instagram. It's the Cultivating Life of Lala. You get just a little look into my lifestyle. It's a mindset, you know, success is a mindset, but we all can develop. You can follow me on Facebook. It's L.A. Lukes. On Facebook, you'll see a lot of my day-to-day and interactions. You can also follow the Hempstead Chamber of Commerce is on Facebook. My website is livebrandedservices.com. And then my nonprofit is Cultivating Lives. And you can follow me online too. So it's many ways.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Lukes.
I love you guys. I love coming on here.
Love you. And the next time you come, our host, Yielded, will be in the building.
Yeah,
that would be nice. I might have to get a glass of wine for that one.
Right.
Yes, you might have to, because I'm gonna leave y'all both on the screen by yourselves, and I'm gonna be off there. I'm like, let y'all just fucking do what you have to do, because I'm gonna be gone. But thank you so much. I know you gotta run, and we're gonna go to commercial, and we'll be right back.
Hey there, travelers. You going somewhere? Need a hotel? Then call Hotel Wiz anytime, day or night, for rates too low to publish. You can save up to 75% on over 500,000 hotels across the globe and get our best price guarantee with no booking or cancellation fees ever. We've got some of the lowest hotel prices you'll find in New York, Chicago, Las Vegas, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., and a lot more. Don't waste your time surfing for deals. Make a free call right now and find deals too low to publish. Save up to 75% right now with no cancellation fees. And to make it even easier on you, we're here 24/7 to help. So call right now. Bookmark us in your cell phone. Whatever you need to do, just pick up the phone and call this number for hotel deals that'll knock your socks off.
Call 877-801-8832. That's 877-801-8832. Again, that's 877-801-8832.
The abuse of opioids and heroin is killing people. Recover Now is a new national movement to help you curb your addiction. You can get help now, right now, and And you can get clean in as little as 7 to 30 days. So don't wait. Change your life. Call the number on your screen right now. We can help. You could have a brand new life in as little as 7 to 30 days. You can change your life. Call the number on your screen right now.
Here's an important message from the U.S. Med Diabetes Solution Center. If you have diabetes, you know the pain of pricking your fingers. But now, by wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce your pain right away. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. So call us right now to see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no cost. U.S. Med. Better service. Better.
What's up, family? It's your boy, Cousin Al, reminding you to keep it locked right here on the FIYAH Show. I'm coming with your dedicated news, the top 3 news stories of the week, the news you can use. It may come from CNN or the crackhead down the street, but I guarantee you don't want to miss this. Keep your eyes open and your ears clean. You know what I mean?
The Gospel Sounds Music Awards is coming to Birmingham, Alabama. Friday, August 22nd, 2025. Hosted by Sir Every Drake and Yielded. Featuring the New Hope Mass Choir, Brian Woods, and the Voices of Victory, Billis Wong, Keenan Coleman, B.J. Williams, and Shabbat. Terrence Gamble, and the Living Testimony community singers, Michael Lee and Ron Summers, and many more. All roads lead to the Greater Grace Church, 1945 Centerpoint Parkway, Centerpoint, Alabama. VIP reception 5 p.m. Red carpet 5:30 p.m. Main show 7 p.m. Tickets are $35 in advance, 40 at the door. VIP 50. Get your tickets at Eventbrite. The Gospel Sounds Music Awards. Don't you dare miss it.
Today we're comparing blue pills, the name brand, with our generic little blue pill.
Okay, so what's the difference?
The name brand pills have the brand name from a large pharmaceutical company engraved on each pill.
What does that do?
It makes them cost a lot more. Both pills have the same active ingredient, which allows you to be, well, more active.
Don't pay more for the name. Pay less for the pill. Get our generic blue pill for as little as $2 each. Call right now for yours.
It's your boy Uncle Luck. I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana, and I'm rocking with Yielded on the FIYAH Show, baby. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, wait, it's your boy, Lead to the Ride. What up, everybody? And I'm rocking worldwide with my girl Yielded. She keep bringing that blaze to the FIYAH Show. Ooh, wee. So y'all keep it funky, keep it peaceful, keep that love, and Yielded, you keep bringing that fire, lady. Ooh.
I'm Sean Lee House from Kansas City, rocking with Yielded on the FIYAH Show.
Hello there, this is your head Deacon Tuesday from Charlotte, Louisiana, and I'm rocking with you on the FIYAH Show. Now you know, let's go.
What's up? It's your boy, comedian Cousin Al from Houston, Texas, and I'm rocking with my girl Yielded on the FIYAH Show. Every Tuesday from 4 to 7.
This is Naisha Miller from Seattle, Washington, and I'm rocking with Yielded on the FIYAH Show.
What up, world? It's your boy Januel coming out that Houston, that H-Time, and I'm rocking with my girl Yielded and that FIYAH Show all the time. That's right.
Hey, yo, Antoine Hilton from Long Island, New York, and I'm rocking with my main girl Yielded on the FIYAH Show.
It's the FIYAH Show, hosted by Yielded. Turn up the radio if you feel it. We gon'
whatever. Oh my God. RJ Blaze, get ready. Get ready. What? Yeah. Poppin'. Get it, new signal stopping. Yes, we are here. The FIYAH Show is in the building. We are doing what we do like we do every Tuesday between the hours of 4 and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 2 to 5 Pacific Standard Time. We're in the building. We just had our guest, Dr. Luke's here, talking about pathway to prosperity. I'm telling you, financial freedom is the best freedom to have.
Yes, sir.
RJ Blake, did you learn anything from her today?
I learned a lot.
Yes, I'm
yes.
trying to tell you, like, because what it is like sometimes people do not understand when it starts to become a pathway to prosperity. You got to really just do what you have to do to save your money.
Right.
I used to be this type of person, what she was talking about, that would go stop at the coffee shop, buy my coffee. I would go to this particular deli. I would buy me breakfast, and then if I'm working overtime, I buy lunch. And then it's like I'm spending all of this money, and then all of a sudden it's like, where's
my money? Right.
And then at the end of the day, and the day gonna end, as they always say, the end of the day, it's like, yo, wait, I spent all this money on what?
Right. And see, mine was, like I said, I would spend, I would use my credit cards, but I made sure before the end of the month that I paid to a zero balance. And then I'm glad that, I know now, don't do that, because my credit score could have been like 1,000 by now. I think it only stopped at 850 though, but I kind of want 1,000.
Okay, if you feel that way, that's not.
I'm an overachiever.
Hey, listen, if you get a credit score to 1,000, only thing you gotta do is just walk into a place and walk out.
That's right.
I had a friend of mine. He retired. He bought a house over in what is that over there? The Philippines. He bought a house in the Philippines. Yeah. And he retired, went over there, and it's like he said he could just walk. When he was here, he'd just walk into a dealership, sign his name, and they would just give him a car. That's how great his credit was. They didn't even. He said, "Okay, well, we taking everything out your old car, we put it in your new car," and that's where you want to be at with financial freedom.
Right.
It's and people say, "Oh, it's not really finance. It's like wealth. It's like health. It's like." But my thing is, money makes the world go round.
It does.
The more that you have, the more you can do to help others.
Right.
Because sometimes when we do, we get our money and we it's like it's a closed fist.
Oh my, I have something for that. I've always tell people, because that's my husband and I, which Shelton, we that has always been our prayer. God bless us so that we can bless someone else. Now, my thing is, you don't want to throw your money onto soil that's not being built up. So if your fist is closed, that meant you're not giving. So it's hard for you to receive anything because you're not giving. You have to give in order so your hand opens up so that you can receive. So I love that.
Yes, and that's what we at. Because if your hand is closed, nothing goes in and nothing comes out.
That's right.
Nothing goes in and nothing comes out. Shout out to Pastor J out there in them Vegas streets.
Yes,
I was yielded was out there in them Vegas streets over the weekend last week. And she was on the billboard, as we saw that cousin Al put up at the end of the dedicated news. So she's out there. She's been everywhere. We putting her face 20 feet high in the sky. We letting everybody know what's going on, and we're just happy that she's doing what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Okay. Yes, I got somebody in my background. I don't know who exactly it is. I asked the question, but they ain't answering the question yet. But if they answer me the question, then I'll answer their question. But I do understand. But yes, so what's going on right now is that our yielded, the normal host of the FIYAH Show, she's actually in the ATL streets right now. It is like 14 to the top of the hour. Hopefully we could actually chime in so we could bring the broadcast to you guys live as she appears on Atlanta Live, Channel 57, down there in the Atlanta streets. So we're going to try to bring that to our Fire Nights. You know what I'm saying? Our Fire Nights been kind of quiet today. Fire Nights, y'all in the building? What's going on here? Hey, everybody. I mean, y'all have to just put something there. We're going to be almost getting to the top to the I don't likes. So we're going to need you guys to be like, I don't like, I mean, hey, like we're still here. We're going to be airing it here. So come here and look for everything that we're doing here. And
that's right.
And the thing is, it's like we got a lot coming up. It's almost May. It's like tomorrow is the 30th of April. This past weekend, I had the pleasure of celebrating my daughter's 23rd birthday. Jordan!
Oh, happy belated birthday!
Yes, we was out there in Atlantic City streets. Eating food from different places. I'm not gonna say all the names of the places or whatever.
Right.
They're not sponsoring us here at the FIYAH Show, but we was having a wonderful, wonderful time. She got a couple of things. My son got them earphones from for the iPhones, them expensive ones.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I listened to it. I'm like, I put it on my ears and I was like, you literally cannot hear nothing.
No,
if the music
noise canceling. Yeah, noise canceling. They're very good.
Like to myself, I'm like, what? I'm like, somebody could be walking behind you. Why are we making this stuff?
Right.
Somebody could walk behind you and all of a sudden, like, boom, boom, like, what are we doing here? So
what happened? Yeah,
what happened here? So, but yes, I understand. To my Fire Nights that's in the building, if you can still hear me, text me in the chat, say you can still hear me, that you guys are still here with us. Hey, who that? Edna. I don't want to say her last name because I may mess it up. But hey, how you doing, Edna? Thank you for joining on this FIYAH Show. We're glad to have you in the building. Mama sister was in the building. My mama sister was in the building.
Yes, she was.
Yes. So it's like we were having a wonderful time today. Dr. Lamb was in the building. Percy May, they still in the building. We just shouting out these people that was here. And like I said, like before, RJ Blaze, thank you so much. I appreciate the flowers and everything that, for the other weekend before. I appreciate everything that you did. I'm just thanking everybody personally. I shouted you out last week on the show. So I was like, I just want everybody to know like how grateful I was and everything. Yeah. Hey, SISTER, thank you. I hear you. Thank you. She said, I hear you. All right.
Hey, girl.
Yeah, there you go. What I need you to do though, I need an hour like. We almost at the top of the hour. It's 11 minutes to the top of the hour. I need an hour like. I need my hour like to start coming in right now. Come on, y'all. Y'all know y'all got a lot of hour likes because I got a few hour likes myself. I'm gonna repeat the one that I had last week too.
Oh yeah, because I didn't hear them.
You didn't hear it from last week,
no.
But we are here. We are definitely here. We are in the building. We are doing what we have to do. And I love that we have had the opportunity to be here each and every Tuesday to share and spread the good news. We had. Did you hear in the beginning that national holidays? You wasn't even here for the national.
I heard your poem. No, what you didn't say poem, but you said perm. Have something in your pocket. I'm like, what is that?
Poem.
Oh, now you say it right. You didn't say it like that earlier.
I did. I said poem.
You see, poem. I was like, what is that? Poem.
What? See what y'all doing? Y'all dissecting the word. Y'all making a 2-word syllable. It's not poem. It's poem. It's a 1 word. That's it. This 1 syllable word.
Poem.
Yeah.
See, you say poem.
That's what it is. Poem.
Poem or poem?
It's poem.
Okay, we're gonna go with what you say.
Like when you stand up there and they do the snapping of the fingers. Yes, that's a poem.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna let you say that, okay?
Anyway, welcome back. Welcome back, RJ Blaze. We're glad to have you back. I think we missed you for 2 weeks, I think it was?
Yes. And thank you guys for praying for my mom. She is doing much, much better. She's recovering right now, and we'll just remain prayerful for her. Thank y'all so much for your prayers.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All day. That's what we do around here.
That's right.
On the FIYAH Show. We send fire down.
That's right.
They send fire down from heaven.
Yes, right. Manna.
We do fire down. Now today also was what they say today was National Dance Day.
So did you get your dance on? I heard you used to be a break dancer.
Yeah, I used to break dance. Pop locking. I used to do all of that.
Lorenzo, I used to take ballet. So yeah, I did. I took ballet, I did jazz. I never did hip hop because it kind of came natural to me. But I can remember that when my family would come and watch my little recitals, because you really don't know what you're doing when you're like 5 years old. And I was a little chubby girl. And so I remember my aunt telling me, "Oh, look at my little fat baby. She the fattest little thing in the class." I guess she thought that was hilarious. I didn't find any humor in that. She called me a little fat ballerina.
You said, "Who the little fat child?"
Yeah. She said, "Floating across the stage." I'm like, that was so cruel.
Oh Lord. She said the little fat baby floating across. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh Lord. I don't understand that part. But
Yeah.
But
I know, right?
yes, for all those ballerinas that's out there, all those little ballerinas,
and your fat ones too.
And the fat ones too. I mean, but the thing about it, if you see nowadays, like a lot of these big ladies, they can get down.
Oh yeah, they can
They
dance.
can get down. They're very flexible. They just be out here just doing their thing. I'd be like, man.
Yeah, they be doing it. I'm looking at them going, "Oh, I'm tired," but they still be. That's like all the girls that dance, like these backup dancers for like Lizzo and all these other people. I watch a lot of dance show competitions, and I see some of these girls, and I'm thinking to myself, "Girl, you know you can't split." And that girl will jump down there and split and hop back up. I'm like, I'm dead.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, nope, can't do it. Won't do it. Look at SISTR. She said, "I don't like that today is National Dance Day and MISTR not break dancing." I'm not break dancing on here.
Yeah. He wants you to break dance.
I'm not. And look. She said, "I don't like that Yielded and Michael not on here." But guess what? We got a surprise for you. Yeah. Stay tuned because somebody's gonna be here. We're gonna air it actually here at the top of the hour. We got 6 minutes, and then we're gonna air something for you guys to actually take a look at. And that's gonna be and you're gonna know what our host is doing today.
Right.
I mean, I got my host everywhere. Trying to put it this way, that way, everywhere. Like I said, like, you know, sometimes you gotta just wherever the opportunity arises, you gotta take
take it.
Take that opportunity to keep going and pushing the word. You know, right. The more people see you, I always say this: the more people see you, the more they're gonna want to see you.
That's right. And you're just increasing your platform. You're just increasing your platform and getting the word out there. And it's good to see African American people, or anybody, period, when you're doing things and you're promoting the gospel of Christ. So that's a good thing. Always, you want to applaud that. So I applaud it.
Yes, I applaud it too, because at the end of the day, hey, and Michael, they're asking for you. I don't know where you at, but bruh,
where you at,
bruh? Anyway, now he probably out there selling some houses, you know, trying to get his financial game up, so he can just, give us a house. You know, it's okay though. Yo, Mike, keep selling them houses. Make sure that you're sending your 10% here to the Fire Show.
That's right.
Under Lorenzo. Just send it to me, cash at me, you know, the 10% of the houses that you're selling to me, and we'll be happy with that.
That's right.
But yes, guys, it is 5 minutes to the top of the hour. Actually, it's 4 minutes to the top of the hour. Time is just flying. I'm just like, whoa.
It is flying by.
It is definitely flying by. For real. I'm just sitting like, wow, what is happening? But yeah, earlier today, guys, I do apologize that we had some technical difficulties, but we're here now. And I'm just going to make sure that everything is good in the background. So what we're going to do at this present time, we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back. And when we come back, we hopefully will be going to a live event that's happening as we speak. All right. So you guys come back. We'll be right back. I'm just going to throw just a couple of little quick commercials on. Then we're going to, because I want to make sure everything is tuned in so we can make sure that we are giving you what we need to give you guys. Okay? So we'll be right back with a couple commercials. Here you go.
The abuse of opioids and heroin is killing people. Recover Now is a new national movement to help you curb your addiction. You can get help now, right now, and you can get clean in as little as 7 to 30 days. So don't wait. Change your life. Call the number on your screen right now. We can help. You could have a brand new life in as little as 7 to 30 days. You can change your life. Call the number on your screen right now.
Listen, if we even think you owe us money, you won't know what hit you. We'll put liens on everything you own. Raid your bank accounts, retirement fund, pension. You'll open up your paycheck and cry because we'll already have the money. We'll haul you into federal court and you might even go to jail. Hey, it's our job.
Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. Our experts will fight for you using IRS guidelines to stop any IRS actions like bank levies or wage garnishments. Plus, eliminate penalties and interest and reduce your past tax bill so you pay the IRS less. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a tax doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
I'd have my mom call the number on the screen. You come see me alone. We'll work it out. Really, we will.
Hey there, travelers. You going somewhere? Need a hotel? Then call Hotel Wiz anytime, day or night, for rates too low to publish. You can save up to 75% on over 500,000 hotels across the globe and get our best price guarantee with no booking or cancellation fees ever. We've got some of the lowest hotel prices you'll find in New York, Chicago, Las Vegas, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., and a lot more. Don't waste your time surfing for deals. Make a free call right now and find deals too low to publish. Save up to 75% right now with no cancellation fees. And to make it even easier on you, we're here 24/7 to help. So call right now. Bookmark us in your cell phone. Whatever you need to do, just pick up the phone and call this number for hotel deals that'll knock your socks off.
Call 877-801-8832. That's 877-801-8832. Again, that's 877-801-8832. Call now.
it right. Coffee. RJ, come on in. There you go. Uh-huh. Yes. We are here at the FIYAH Show. It is 3 minutes after the top of the hour. We actually going to be going to a live event real soon. I'm going back and forth because I want to make sure that we catch the person that's actually going live. And we're going to be going there and we're going to be presenting it as we speak. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we do. We try to push everybody to go forward and spread the good word and the good news and the good everything that's going on in the world. The world that we live in right now is like we need some good news. We need some good stuff going on because at the end of the day gonna end. That's what the person used to tell me. So welcome one, welcome all, welcome to the FIYAH Show. RJ Blaze, welcome. I'm just going back and forth. So talk to the people for a quick second. Let them know what's happening out here, what we've been talking about today. Oh, briefly, speak about your cousin, Cousin Al.
Oh,
go ahead.
Wow. Yeah. So first of all, welcome back, y'all. We have been talking about pathways to prosperity with Dr. Lukes. She had to leave us, but she left us with a lot of good nuggets and things that we can use. Both Lorenzo and I got some nuggets that we'll be able to use and we can carry on and take further. Now, on to Cousin Al in this news. Because we passed right by that. We didn't get a chance to talk about that at all.
Oh, we was gonna definitely come back to it. Trust me. I might even play it again.
Yeah. I think because I was gonna say my mouth was open so wide. I was like, what in the world? That I forgot some of the stuff because the things and the little nuggets that Dr. Lukes gave us was so beneficial that I forgot a little bit of it, but I just knew we were gonna talk about it. I couldn't wait till we get to it. I could not wait.
Oh yeah, especially yeah. It was the biggest one that I like. I mean, we're gonna talk about the other ones, but the last one with Michelle Obama, that was great. I love what she said. She had to put herself first, and sometimes that's what we have to do in life. We got to put ourselves first. We go through a lot of things in our lifetime, and if we don't put ourselves first, man, we're gonna be last all the time. And sometimes it doesn't matter who it is. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. It could be, and sometimes you just have to a friend. Well, my brother actually told me. He said, "Listen, no is a complete sentence."
It is. It has a period at the end. And I had to learn that word because I am a person that, especially if I hold you near and dear to my heart, I want to always be available for you. And I want to walk to the ends of the earth. Although my to-do list is long as I don't know what, I hate to tell people no, especially when I know they're counting on me. And so I had to learn how to say no, because if I didn't, some things that could be something important will be missed because you can only spread yourself so wide. A good friend of mine told me just last week, she said, what you need to learn how to do is limit yourself, or not limit yourself, but give people where your limits are. So you have to say, okay, I can do this, but this is where I'm stopping. So I can't go past this point. And I had a hard time with that until I recently went through a couple of things and I was like, oh, I'm going to utilize that. I really like that little nugget. So I am learning how to say no and be okay with me putting that period or that exclamation point at the end saying that's a complete sentence.
A complete sentence. No. And and the thing is, it's like sometimes I used to say no and I feel guilty. Then I come back and say yes.
Yep, me
but
too.
If you just saying no, it's just no.
Right.
No is no. Like, and you have to stick to your guns because sometimes you don't want to do something and somebody come and they start asking you, oh, well, I need you to do this for me. I need you to do that for me. But no. But then you feel bad because, sometimes, you wear your heart on your sleeve and it'd be like, oh my God, like, you know what? I don't want them to feel away. I don't want them to feel a way about me.
Right. So
you'd be like, well, let me go. But then don't you realize that when you tell people no, but you said yes 18 times, and you say no that 19th time.
That's the only thing they're gonna remember.
That's the only thing they're gonna remember. Oh, damn, man, you never do nothing for me.
Right. You're right. I never do
anything. 18 things for you. I just want to take a break today and just do nothing. So, but we about to go live right now to our event. So let me just go right now. I'm gonna share my screen and I'm going live right now. And I think this is where we at right here.
Thank you, Yolanda.
Out this amazing program tonight. But I want to tell you, we have a great way to start it off. With this amazing woman. She is a phenomenal woman of God. She is one force to be reckoned with. Welcome with me, Yielded.
Hey, hey, hey. Hello.
Author.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Everything, because God did it.
He did. He definitely did it.
I am so excited about interviewing you.
Yes, ma'am.
Just because the money is what everybody needs.
Definitely.
The journal of it all is what we need.
Definitely.
And it's a 60-day one, you know?
Yes.
So you can do it and then go back and you'll find something new as well,
Yes,
right? You agree?
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
But one thing that I am very, very interested in is your start into what people call this Jesus thing.
Yes.
Because you're like, you didn't grow up with knowing, okay, like we got to get up and go to church.
Yes.
Like this is Sunday, this is Wednesday, for some Tuesday. You had no clue of that until you got married.
Yes, definitely. I tease everybody and tell everybody, I said I initially thought that what was my night prayers was a nursery rhyme, because it was now I lay me down to sleep. No, pray the Lord my soul to keep. Yeah. No one ever really told me that it was a conversation or a prayer to God. And so I, recited it every night, just like 1, 2, buckle my shoe. It was just something that I did, or something that, I thought we were supposed to do.
It's like robotic.
Yeah. I had no knowledge or concept of God, no concept of or understanding of prayer, none of those things.
What?
Yes. No, most people, the testimony is my grandmother took me to church, or my mom took me to church. We grew up in church. I, woke up at church, went to sleep at church, lived there Monday through whatever, but that was not my story. And so having childhood church was not really anything I was a part of.
Nothing.
No.
So how did you end up marrying somebody who just, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they're eating, breathing, living church.
So, the enemy is crafty and all the things that he does.
Yeah.
And first it was, of course, attraction.
Okay.
I didn't know his background religiously. I wasn't concerned with it because I didn't know anything about it. And so, met this tall, dark, handsome man. And, of course, it was early on, way early. We won't talk about the age, but it was early. I was an adult. But that's how we connected. And, of course, immediately, got married. Things, of course, because the family, y'all need to be married, y'all need to this. And so, I don't know this stuff. Somebody I like, I love, we're together. Okay, let's get married. And we got married. But the concept or the rules and things that they shared with me as far as in church was nothing like what I'd ever lived. And basically all of the things that they said that I shouldn't do was what I did. So it was, to me, it was like, what is the point? What is the purpose of me joining this church or being in church? Because I don't fit. I wear pants. I cut my hair. Just a lot of traditional things that, of course, I have no knowledge of. I have no knowledge of the Bible. I have no concept nor connection with God. So it's like, I'm done before I even start. So
you were just doing whatever they were saying. You like, okay, well, this is what I need to attempt to do.
I wasn't doing it. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't doing it. It was just what they were telling me that I was supposed to do. And because they gave me all of those rules, regulations, I'm like, yeah, this church thing ain't for me. I mean, I did attend a couple of times, a couple of dresses that my mother-in-law would buy that were hideous. And so it's like, first of all, I'm out of sort. I'm uncomfortable in this outfit that I have on. So I'm the entire service trying to get myself together. So I've missed the point and purpose of
so you haven't heard the word because you're trying to fix your dress.
That ugly dress.
The hideous. You said hideous.
It was god awful.
Yeah. So here it is. You're thinking, oh, it's this material. I have to fix this, and this before I can walk in here.
Yes. And it was everything but that. And I think that became more of a deterrent for me to even go to church. I didn't even want to go anymore. First of all, I didn't fit. I didn't belong. You know, it's like, which one of these objects, she doesn't belong. I didn't feel like anything that I did was sufficient enough to even sit amongst these people or to even go to the church, because of course I wanted to wear my pants. Of course I'd cut my hair, and, you know, I was in my early 20s. I'm coloring my hair, doing all kinds of stuff. And, you know, I blossomed into makeup, but of course that was an abomination. You were hell-bound if you wore makeup, and just a lot of everything that now today I'm grateful to God that I know was just religious stuff. And so I, you know, was able to establish my own relationship with God. And thanks be to God that I did not allow that to continue to be a stumbling block or a detour, because I would have never gained the relationship that I have now.
How did you form this relationship? Because that's a whole, not just church. You were married to someone who had a picture of what his wife needs to be doing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So.
And I mean, it was so strict all the way down to, you know, no, he didn't play sports in school because Christians aren't competitive. It was just a lot of stuff, but life really happened even prior to that marriage, which was probably one of the reasons I ran into that so quickly. But life began to happen after that. We split up, we separated. I actually moved away, and then, you know, life was really happening, and it was my son. We had a son, and so it was my son and myself in a big city in Houston, no other family there. And, you know, life was really lifing, as we say. And actually a coworker, she was like, oh, we have church on Sundays at 10 o'clock, and she'd go away. Oh, I was in church last week, and we did Bible study, and it was just, you know, some little nuggets that she would drop. And she was like, well, church is at 10 on Sunday. And I was like, she told me that last week. And so a few times she'd mention it just briefly. And I was like, hey, I got time to go this Sunday. And I went. And everybody was so nice, welcoming, inviting, hugs and all of that. And so it's like, okay, I'll go back. So I continued to go. Nobody told me anything about what to, of course, I was trying to put on these hideous dresses, trying to do all of these things. And I'm looking around. Nobody's telling me anything about my outfits, but I'm trying to, you know, match what's in the room because I don't want to stick out. But nobody said anything about my attire. They was always welcoming. Oh, you have a son? Okay. Well, let's make sure he's this and include him in this. Oh, do you do this? And, you know, they were offering different things to me, and nobody was telling me any rules, any regulations, nothing. And so I stayed around until it stuck. And I tell everybody, and when I say it stuck, it means I had my own personal experience with God, encounter right there. And I stayed in that church. And the thing that I tell most people is that the pastor's wife, first lady, whatever we want to call her, she tarried with me. And it's not like, you know, get in front of the church and say, Jesus, 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 Jesus. You know what I'm talking about. You laughed already. So, but it wasn't that kind of tarry. It was, she was involved in my life. She was involved in my son's life.
Wonderful.
She taught us precepts. She invited us over to dinner, never to, okay, come over. We're going to pray. We're going to get your life together. No, come over, have dinner with us. We know you don't have family here. And I learned so much in that congregation, in that church. I started singing in the choir, started joining just all the different components of the church, and the relationship with God blossomed.
That's what I was going to say. Like, you formed a true relationship, girl. Like, you literally formed that relationship with God. You met him and realized that he was meeting you where you were.
Exactly.
And you was like, oh, I love you.
Yes.
That was your true marriage right there.
That connection was like something I'd never had.
Absolutely.
We didn't delve down into the childhood, but very traumatic. So it was, you know, it was like not a lot of love in the home, and being able to feel this love, this intimate with God, somebody I'd never seen before, somebody nobody had really ever introduced me to, and being able to have that feeling was something that I needed in that point and place in my life.
Yes, because I was gonna say, how you ran into that marriage, it seemed like love was lacking.
Yes.
You know, so for you to be able to find that love that covers multitudes of sin, that love where he says in the Bible, faith, hope, and love, out of those three, love is the greatest. You found that, and that's what you needed, and that's what you have. So now you have that. You and him are together forever.
Forever. Yes, definitely.
Forever,
yeah.
And so you are where did you go from those angles to comedian?
Well, God, everybody says it all the time. God has a sense of humor. So I have always been comedic. I've always done comedy, but it was how I dealt with the pain, the scars. And I would take life's pains, trauma, and make humor out of it. I could tell you one of the most catastrophic events in my life, and you would laugh the entire time because that's the way God allows me to be able to present it. And so I realized that it was a gift to make people laugh. And so we just started doing different things, whatever God would call us to do. We started out hosting different things. Everybody's like, oh my God, you're such a great comedian. I'm like, I'm not a comedian. I'm just a host. No, you're a comedian. And so God placed it on a gentleman's heart, Mr. Isaac Holland, who is the CEO and founder of Gospel Comedy Entertainment, where we bring clean comedy, where we use an innovative platform to share the goodness of God with people and make them laugh. We always talk about the gifts of God, but people overlook that laughter is a gift from God. The Bible says it's like a medicine and it does, the soul good. But the thing that they don't follow through is that next scripture or that next verse. It says that sorrow drieth up bones. And so I have lived my life laughing the entire time because my life, I'm telling you, we don't have enough showtime to talk about it.
Listen, if I told you about mine, you'd be like, oh, wait, I think you got me beat.
Yeah.
So literally, I'm with you. We are here, honey. We are kindred spirits.
Yes.
So we are speaking each other's language.
Yes, ma'am.
So comedy, I love a good comic.
Yes.
Like, if you can make me laugh, first of all, anybody that can make my mom laugh, because she rarely laughs, okay? So that's funny within itself. We're always like, Mom, the joke wasn't funny. She's, Jacosta, no. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, what does it take? So I know, and then sometimes, people hear comedian in church and they're like, oh.
Yeah. And it has a bad, stigma on it that it's got to be vulgar. It's got to be profanity. We do clean comedy, no cursing. And one of the funniest things in our contract is we tax them. If they curse, then, they have to pay it comes out of their fee. They have to pay it back. And then if they curse more than once, then they can never, perform with us again. But and I tell people, I don't tell jokes. I tell life stories. And
you're a storyteller.
Yeah, and I kind of say the things that you're likely thinking.
Okay.
And because you're thinking it, you laugh. So that is how God has fashioned me to be able to share, again, the trauma, the testimony, because the word of God says that we're overcomers by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. And so I share my testimony on the stage.
So I have to.
Yes.
See you
Yes,
first
ma'am.
of all, so that I can get a kiki. One of my friends, she's not a clean comedian, Coca Brown. I love her to pieces. And I'm sure you know who Coca is. Yes. So I love her so much, but she can give me that laugh when I'm in need of that laugh. So I know, sis.
Yes. We here.
You can give me that laugh. But not only can you feed my soul in laughter. What?
Yes.
Author?
Yes.
Authorist.
Yes. I love it. I love it.
Renewed. And this is a 60-day journal.
Yes, ma'am.
And what am I rebuilding, love? Tell me.
It's a 60-day journal to rebuild yourself after chaos and trauma through scripture, poetry, and prayer. And being able to journal. Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's the word.
Yes, that's it.
So that means everybody should get this. Everybody.
Get this. I agree. Everybody should have
it. There's chaos and everything going on around us.
Definitely.
To hone in on great scripture, to be able to write, because you can. Once you're done, go ahead, write out a prayer, write out a prayer list for somebody needed that as well.
Yes.
Send them a little text. Hey, I was thinking of you because I just read.
Yes, definitely. And in the journal, it actually gives you like a preface of how to start your day off. You start with there's a scripture in there, and then a focus for the day, then the poem, and you start journaling. Write as much as you need to write. Come back at the end of the day, finish off your journal, and tell how the day is. And basically, what I started doing when I started writing that was I would affirm my day. Before I knew the word affirm or making affirmations, I've been writing poetry since the age of 11, and being able to utilize it to heal myself without even understanding. And so God says, okay, it's time for you to share this concept with others. And so,
healing.
definitely.
Like literally, I've always written poetry.
Yes.
So I feel you on
Yes.
that. And it got me through some tough times,
Definitely.
you know. So that is great within itself. But people are gonna say, oh, okay, how do I get this? Where do I go?
Yes, you can definitely get it on Amazon. Search Renewed, search my government name, Lakeithia, and it'll come up. You'll see that beautiful picture.
Social
there.
media,
Yes.
where are you?
I am on everything as I Be Yielded, IBEYIELDED. I Be Yielded on Facebook, Instagram. I'm not gonna say everywhere because I don't do Twitter, tweet, and all. So I'm gonna stay right there with Facebook and Instagram. You can find me there. You can also find me on Gospel Comedy Entertainment, where we are doing the comedy across the country. Have shows lined up for. We're all the way into almost the end of the year.
I'm gonna need to be at a show so I can be supporting you.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you're it.
God bless you. Thank you.
Listen, and if they are not understanding that we all need to be renewed in some sort of way, I know that I do.
Definitely.
I know that sometimes my life is chaotic, being a single mama, and it can get a little like, what? Okay, you said what, kids? You know? So I know in times of chaos, we need nobody but Jesus himself.
Definitely.
And I am glad in times of your chaos,
yes, ma'am,
you tapped into that coworker. What's that sis name?
Her name is Angela.
Angela,
Jones.
thank you. Because Angela was obedient, yielded, right?
And that's what we have to be. We have to be submitted and surrendered vessels for God to be able to be glorified. And, you know, one thing I always say is stop beating people with your convictions. That's what God gave you. That's where God has you. He didn't ask you to beat anybody. He said to lift them up and he do the drawing.
Amen. Thank you, Yielded, Miss Comedian and Miss Authoress.
Bless you.
I love it. You all have to get this amazing book, Renewed, and you have to follow her on all socials so that you too can be at one of her comedy shows. Right now, we're headed over to the phones.
That was good. She was so eloquently speaking. You muted.
She's gonna be mad at me later. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
She's gonna be mad at me later because of the fact of the matter is that you know, she a lot of people don't see her in that aspect.
Right.
But there's different aspects of her. And I think the world needs to see, you know, aspects of her. You know, she's always bubbly, she's always not, you know, but that was a more of a laid back, relaxed, a more serious, but not too serious person.
Right.
But yeah, that's how Yielded, y'all. She's down there in Atlanta, on Atlanta Live today. I wanted to bring that here on the Fire Show because she is our host. So we want to make sure that she got her shine here as well.
That's right.
While she's down there on her own show. I mean, I know that, you know, some days she's not going to be here because she's going to be doing other things. And if we could tune in and bring it to you guys, we definitely going to bring it to you guys.
That's
all right. So what we were talking about, we was going to bring back the
news.
The dedicated news. All right. So what we're going to do, I know, hey, listen, she's not here right now. So, hey,
right. So she can't tell us.
She can't tell us what to do and what not to do. So what we're going to do is bring that dedicated news back. Hold on. And I'm going to bring it back. And let's do the dedicated news one more again. And we're going to discuss it and talk about it. And then we're going to take it from there. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
I just knew the Pope was going to get up on Easter. I just knew it. But the next day they had him laid out and he was clean. He was like a bar of soap. He was clean. They had him in that thing. I don't even think they had time to embalm him. I need you to investigate that because I need that to be on the news story. Oh! What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cousin right here on the FIYAH Show with your dedicated news. The news you can use. We are here sponsored by the Blue Pill. The Blue Pill. Y'all know what the Blue Pill do. The Blue Pill makes the deal. Roll my intro. Speaking of the blue pill, number 3, Uncle Shay Shay. Y'all know Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is the host of the Shay Shay Room, Cognac with me, and Talk and Tell podcast, YouTube show, what have you. Well, Uncle Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp, ex-football player and motivated speaker, just all kind of stuff. He got all these accolades. And now to add to the accolades is he apparently is targeted, he says, but there has been some audio that came out where he was threatening to choke a woman. And this is the second thing to come out. And it's just like, Shay Shay, come on, man. Like, we're going to listen to the audio. Lord be offense. And the people who are behind it.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you do what the shit to me.
Okay.
Now, Shay, now, brother, now, that was a bit much. I don't know if that was role play. I don't know if that was AI, because you know, Elon Musk in the gumbo. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what it was. But he came on and he explained what was happening and said that he's targeted, and we need to watch out for these people. He said the same people that targeted other celebrities, other black males, is targeting him. Check this out.
My family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Shay Shay, find you a woman with some macaroni and cheese on her resume and some green beans in her blood. Get you somebody like they told you. Monique came on your show and told you what you need, and leave these young girls alone because they finna get you caught up. Like, I'm telling you, man, they finna Michael Jackson you on up out of here. I'm telling you that they are after you from what it sounds like. Because if it's true, you just did it to yourself and dug your own grave. Fire Nights, what y'all think? Speaking of people being after people, number 2, sounds like they're gonna be after y'all kids. It sounds like they are trying to get y'all kids into private school from what it sounds like. And hey, that's your choice. I promise to God, we ain't gonna beg for them to come to public school. However, you know, I don't know what this new thing is, but there is a bill that has been signed saying, hey, let's let the teachers have discipline. Let's get them some power to get the kids who are trouble and get them got. And so I don't know what this all entails, but take a look at the video.
An executive order on school discipline policies.
under, I believe it was the Biden administration, first Obama and then Biden, the Department of Justice issued guidance that made it almost impossible for schools to enforce adequate disciplinary policies. This created issues in the classroom for teachers and students alike. Basically, they focused on CRT and sort of diversity ideology instead of actually just enforcing the rules in classrooms to ensure a safe learning environment. This executive order revokes that prior guidance and puts us back in a place where hopefully the Department of Education can focus on education and teachers can focus on teaching in a safe environment.
And this was important for you, Linda, as I understand it.
Yeah, absolutely, because it gives teachers the authority now to have discipline in their classroom and discipline the person who is being disruptive.
Now, some people are saying, does that mean that the teachers going to be able to get boards and pop them? Now, here's the deal. That means there's going to be a lot of fights. There's going to be a lot of fights in the schoolhouse. That's what that means. I can tell you now, that means there's going to be a lot of fist-to-fist fights in the schoolhouse because these kids are crazy, right? And so y'all going to have to get to a place where y'all going to have to raise them the right way. But I'm going to give you what I do here in the spirit, in the Holy Ghost of the holiest. The Holy of the Holy Ghosts. No, it's one Holy Ghost. So the holies of the Holy Ghost is what I hear. Is what I hear. Y'all, they trying to get the police immunity, get the power to the teachers to handle the discipline problems. So it sounds like to me, y'all kids finna get, and anybody in the street that get popped, everybody's just about to get away with stuff. It's just about to be free range to just act a fool and do what you want. I don't know if it's to give power to people who have position or power to people who are in positions where they have influence over others or authority over others. It sounds very authoritative. I don't know. This is going to be something they're going to have to explain and break down to us. So,
right.
I don't know. Y'all might want to get some homeschooling going. I promise y'all might want to get a computer and get some coffee and some homeschooling going. You know what I'm saying?
Coffee. You love when I say coffee, man.
Coffee.
All right, and the number one news story of the week, we made it. Yo, it's Michelle, and she back on the scene. Listen, everybody who have had something to say about Michelle Obama being so distant, absent from, the political stuff and not showing up to the inauguration and not going to different funerals and all this stuff. She said, choose yourself first. It's at certain points in life, you have to choose yourself first. She gave a brilliant speech or conversation piece where she explained how she had to basically pull away from all of that to make sure that she was centered as a person and so that she could do some of the things she wanted to do for her. So check this out.
My decision to skip the inauguration, what people don't realize, or my decision to make choices at the beginning of this year that suited me were met with such ridicule and criticism. Like people couldn't believe that I was saying no for any other reason, that they had to assume that my marriage was falling apart. Right. It's like, while I'm here really trying to own my life and intentionally practice making the choice that was right for me, and it took everything in my power to not do the thing that was right or that was perceived as right, but do the thing that was right for me. That was a hard thing for me to do. I had to basically trick myself out of it. And it started with not having anything to wear. I mean, I had affirmatively, because I'm always prepared for any funeral, anything. I walk around with the right dress. I travel with clothes just in case something pops off. So I was like, if I'm not going to do this thing, I got to tell my team, I don't even want to have a dress ready. Right? Because it's so easy to just say, let me do the right thing.
But then you become a shock absorber. And that's what women are. Shock absorbers. And that's exhausting. And it's not healthy. It is not healthy. You've had to be shock absorbers for your husband, for your children, for your mom, for your family, your loved ones, because of where you were sitting in the public eye. That's not fair to you. When do you ever get to live for you? I applaud you. I I'm happy that you are taking care of yourself.
It's the wisdom for me. It's the wisdom. Everybody under the sound of my voice, here's what I want every Fire Night, every listener, everybody to do. One day a week, make something happen for you. Choose you at least once a week. Like, yeah, you want to be giving. Yeah, you want to care about other people. You want to support. I'm the king of support. However, take time for you. Make sure you put you first. Your thoughts, your what you want to do. And if it has to override somebody else sometime, so be it. Is it wrong to choose you? Yeah, y'all talk about that amongst yourself, amongst the choir and the deacon board and everybody else. Y'all talk about that. Is it wrong to choose you? Oh God, that was so powerful. That was so powerful. I ain't even getting there. And tomorrow I'm not even wearing no clothes, so don't nobody ask me to do nothing.
As you would say, it was all in his sha-na-na.
Right.
But choose you. All right. It's been your boy Cousin Al with your dedicated news. Back to y'all. Oh, hold on. I did have something else. What?
What happened?
Oh, Yilda did that.
She sure did.
Yilda did that. She did that.
Hey, does she have a? She say, "Is we done with?" I don't like. She had one.
No. Is we done with I don't like? No, we're not done with I don't like. Sha-na-na. No. Look. She's spying on us. Look, Miss Yilda, guess what? We played your entire interview live.
Yeah.
Right here on the FIYAH Show. We played the entire interview.
And it was awesome.
You're going to be like, oh, I don't know why I did that. Hey, listen, you couldn't say nothing. And look, now I'm hungry. Look, you got I don't like that my belly was growling on TV.
She is funny. That lady funny. She is funny, Lorenzo. She is funny.
And then look, Michelle Obama was talking about she chose her. This one come back. I chose me by leaving the TV station to go eat.
She's silly. She is silly. She chose to go eat.
I wonder what she gonna go eat. You know what? Today is National Shrimp Scampi Day.
Oh, I love shrimp scampi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm. She got an I don't like. It says, what she say? I don't like when a woman act like she don't know you, but remembers a man that was with you.
Oh.
Lady, how you know somebody who was with me if you don't remember me? Wow.
Yeah, that's deep. That's a deep one right there.
Wow. That means they wasn't looking at you. They're looking at the man that you was with.
Okay.
So you better secure. You better tell them and tell them to go buy you some food if they gonna. But they remember you. There's no way they're not gonna remember you.
Right.
Remember the man that you was with. I don't know.
That's impossible.
I don't like it.
Not unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
Yeah, that's
the reason why we played. The reason why we played. I got something in my eye. Yo, these allergies. Oh man, I think this is the worst. Oh man, I'm getting. All of a sudden, I'm starting to get allergies. I don't have no idea what's going on.
The older you get, it's coming. Ooh, it's coming.
My eyes, everything. It's like, what is happening right now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it?
What'd she say? Oh.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing. Just stop. Nobody's. Anyway, we were talking about the reason why we played the Cousin Al dedicated news. I can't. I'm not even messing with her. Tell them I said hello. That's all you gotta do. Tell them all I said hello. Anyway, we were talking about the reason why I played the dedicated news again is because RJ Blaze wanted to go back through it again. I wanted to go back through it again because we didn't really have the opportunity to talk about it. Right. So we're gonna talk with Shay Shay. We're gonna talk about Shay Shay.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. She can just go. I said, tell her I said hello, whoever it may be. I was there from those Baxters. Yes, that was the taping that we were in together. She's talking about the time that me and her went down, and she had to premiere on the Christmas episode of.
Oh yeah, those Baxters, yeah.
Yeah, so I was there, and making sure everything was going smooth. So sometimes you got to fly out to make sure it's right. So
is that the same studio that she was in? Their studio? Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Yes, different. Yes, the studio. It's a TV studio.
Oh wow,
it's big. It's all over the place. So they set it up nicely. They do part over here, part over there, part over here, part over there. They got a nice kitchen.
Oh,
that's why I was making my backpack. But anyway,
your what is it called? Your buffet, your to-go plate.
I was over there with my buffet. Y'all call it a buffet. I call it a buffet because no boo, she fat. I'm fat. All right, let's go. Now I'm trimming down though. Anyway, let's talk about Shay Shay.
Yes.
Now the situation with him is like I heard about that situation before, and I was like, this just don't sound right because first of all, I didn't even know that anyway, but when that came out, I was like, it just don't sound right. Even when you listen to the tape, I'm listening to the tape, but I'm like, who talks like that?
Right.
Like, she's like, well, Shannon. I'm like, okay, here we go. I don't know.
It sounds like it had. Now I didn't know anything about it, and I really don't even know who he is. But from the way that the tape sounds, it sounds as if, like he kind of said, the whole conversation is not being played. It's like bits and pieces, like it's been modified.
He wasn't talking about the conversation. He said it's gonna be a tape drop,
right? A tape down,
a visual.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I don't think we're gonna be watching that visual now here on the FIYAH show.
No.
But she said Shay need pray. Need to pray.
For real.
But the thing about it, it's just so funny that that all of a sudden, and it's the same lawyer that was trying to go after Jay-Z, and Jay-Z came back at him and was like, "Nah, I'm about to sue you."
Right.
And now it's becoming like a repetitious thing, and it's like, okay, I see what this dude is doing. If he could get money, he's gonna get money because my thing is like, I believe it was a consenting thing. And then all of a sudden the lawyer came over and it was like, oh, we can give you some money. We could do this. We could do that.
Right.
They're trying to run down on the black man. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. Like, if it was two consenting people, that's just what it was. Like,
right.
Now all of a sudden, like, I want $50 million. $50 million?
You know how much money that is? You know what I'm about $50 Yeah, that's too much. I like I said, I didn't even know who he was, and just listening to it, I'm like, no, that's something about that's not right.
What was it? She said, Al, tell the Fire Nights to get you the video. No. We already know which Fire Night would probably give him the video, but I ain't gonna say the first name, but the last name Harris.
Right. So you just noticed that was her on that picture, huh?
I just saw that was her on that picture. Yielded. I know you wasn't probably watching, but on the Dedicated News, when he was talking about that Shannon need to get a macaroni and cheese eating person or whatever, that on the side, I didn't even know that he had put Miss Janet's last name Harris picture up there.
Yeah, that was her.
Oh wow,
that was her. That was funny. I was like, oh, that's Miss Janice.
That's Miss Janice. I said, oh, so you took, okay, no problem.
Right.
But yeah, so that's basically that. Shay, I don't know what type of situation he's gonna get out of, or what my thing is like he's the thing that I like about it that he's not running from it. He's actually knocking it down.
And he's challenging whomever that is. He's like, if you got the video, go ahead and play it. Because if I play it, I'll play it and let you see the real story. So that's
he said not the edited version.
Right.
The
whole real thing.
Because he's trying to, and that's what the news and people be trying to do. They try to manipulate the situation.
Yes.
And they try to say things that will shock value people. And then people once more, I said this I said somewhere. I said people will believe a lie faster than they believe the truth.
And that is so true. They will definitely believe a lie quick.
That lie could be on front page.
Yes, sir.
But as soon move back, move to the side. You moving from the there, back. There you go, right there. So what it is that they would believe it be on front page. The lie could be on front page, but the truth will be on page 78.
And they don't see it.
little blog right there saying, "Oh, this is the truth," and you be like, "Yo, wow!" And it's like, and the thing about it, you gotta fight for people to believe the truth. Like, you shouldn't have to. That's one thing I always say to myself. I'm like, believe what you want to believe, because my thing is like, if I tell you what it is, that's just what it is. That's it.
My word is bond. That's it. It is what it is. Yep.
Exactly. Now let's talk about Trump signing that. For y'all teachers, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know. I'm going to tell you this. I know when I was coming up, we did they called it a corporal punishment in school, where the teachers could pop you.
Mm-hmm.
And so of course, your parents had to agree to allow the teachers to do it or whatnot. But just like cousin Al said, I can see that this is going to cause a huge problem, because today the grandparents are in their 30s. And so children, the parents now that's 15, 16, 21, they are ready to fight. So it's not going to be little Johnny did this. Well, what did you do to little Johnny to make him? So yeah, I don't think that's going to be too well. That's going to go too well.
Hello, Auntie Laura. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really don't think.
But then you sit down, and I'm looking, and I see Linda McMahon. That's Vince McMahon's wife.
Yes, sir.
That is from the WWE.
That's right. And what's she doing? What she got to do with this? You wrestling? You want the teachers to wrestle the kids? I'm like, what is happening?
Oh man. Oh, you know what? Oh, and she says, hey, she said, hello.
Oh,
Auntie Laura. And look at you. Stretch your hands toward her. She's been dealing with Al all his life.
Oh, wow. Bless her heart.
Ooh, bless her heart. I'm so sorry, Auntie Laura.
Yes.
So sorry. He's my mentor. We like to drink coffee. But Al,
he's
I cannot wait for next week for his dedicated news. I cannot wait, because I know it's going to be something, and I don't know. I don't never watch him before I play him, so we all can watch it together
at the same time. Yeah.
But I'm like, whoo.
They are good. I tell you that. He is hilarious.
He's and the thing is, it's like he's in today's time, and he's hitting it like boom, boom, boom. And this is what people are definitely talking about. So I'm like, yo, bro, like, okay.
Because he has brought a lot of things forward that I had no knowledge of. And so I'm like, wow, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah. He hit you in the Adam's apple.
Yes, he does.
You ain't got an Adam's apple.
I was about to say, even if you don't have one, he still hit you in it, because it is good. Real good.
Look. He's fired for that billboard. No, he's not. We were just talking
that was good.
That was great. We were just talking about you. You're gonna cry when you watch this again. So we were just talking about you, Miss Yielded. So don't even go there. He's doing a fabulous job. And he's promoting you and pushing you like we all are pushing you, because the FIYAH Show is great, but we want you to do greater. So stop it. So go ahead and cry in the car.
Yeah, she already did. She cried in the car.
She cried in the car.
She gonna cry in the car. It was good. The interview was good too. I liked it. You spoke very eloquently. You articulated your words very well. You did awesome job. Awesome job.
Mm-hmm. Look. She just want to talk mess. I'm not gonna watch it again. Okay, well, we're gonna tell you about it right now.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it right now. So since you're listening, we're gonna talk about it right now, so you can understand what we are talking about when we understand. You understand?
That's right.
Exactly.
And when we talk about it, shoot.
Look, I'm eating what are you eating?
This lady. Something.
You know what? Some seafoodish.
Some seafoodish stuff.
Yeah. Some seafoodish stuff she's probably eating. Who knows? But it's okay. Go ahead and eat. And she probably got a biscuit with it. Or you know what? You know what I'm saying? She probably got like some fried, no, not catfish, was it flounder? Fried flounder or something like that.
She got ketchup on her hands.
Is that
licking her fingers?
She got that tartar sauce.
Yeah. Look, Lorenzo, she got it all on the steering wheel. She trying to get that nail.
Oh, you know what? Look at her. Come look at this. Come look at this. I wore two retainers so I wouldn't speak Ebonics.
Special, just special.
You know what? You know what? I'll need to put on one of those buses he be sending people on.
Yes, put her on it.
Put on one of those buses.
Let her drive it.
It is 8 minutes to the top of the hour, man. The Fire Nights here in the building. We thank you each and every week for tuning in to us. Like I said, we are here every Tuesday from 4 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 to 8 Eastern Standard Time, and 2 to 5 Pacific Standard Time. So tune in every Tuesday where we are the Fire Show, and we are, what do we say? We are putting
the word on the street, putting the heat to the street.
No, we putting the heat to the word on
the street. Yes, that.
Right Lord, you know what? She gonna fire you.
Yeah, I'm fired. I'm fired. I just got back and I'm getting fired already.
Look. Come look at this. Look at this. She's trying to go there. Look. Ain't my car. And Lorenzo, why am I driving myself?
You in trouble, Lorenzo.
I'm never in trouble. I'm never in trouble. You know why? You know why she's driving herself? Because she had to go there a day earlier. That's all. Everything was already prepared for the day after, tomorrow, but because she had to be there a day earlier. Don't be trying to put me on front page. Don't be trying to family business out there.
Yeah, airing our stuff in the streets.
You know what I'm saying? Man, anyway, but like I said, okay, so Linda McMahon wanted to be the disciplinary action, and she wanted to beat up people and do wrestling with, but my thing is like, think about it because you're a teacher, you're an educator.
Right.
So and she's talking about bringing it back and being able to discipline the kids. How are you going to discipline these kids nowadays?
Right. Because, let me tell you something. These kids these days, they're on something totally different. I know you can remember as a child when your parents or aunties and whomever, any type of adult is talking, kid automatically exit the room. Now the kids come up and they joining in the conversation. You like, excuse me? This is grown people talking here. So you can't tell these kids anything. They don't respect their elders. They will still curse. Everybody is bro or ma'am or miss, and so they have no respect for elders. So I cannot see a child sitting there letting you discipline them.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a fight.
And the thing is, it's not even a fight. It's sometimes a fight with the kids, but then you have to understand the kids that you're actually trying to discipline. Then you got the mothers, and the mothers are younger now, and they feel like their child never do nothing wrong.
Yes.
So then it's like, they go to the school and try to beat up the teachers, and I'm like, these people.
That's it right
there. What? Hold on. You can't. What's she saying? You can't discipline them. The people who come to your house, I saw them on my Ring camera. Oh, you know what? Goodbye. Get off my phone.
This lady.
Get off your show.
This lady.
Get off your show. But but the thing is like, because nowadays it's like you have to be very careful because these younger kids will come in there and pop.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoa.
5 years old. Yeah. Didn't we hear not long ago, it was a little kid in elementary took a gun to school?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. These kids something else they's days.
They're on a different spectrum.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It's like if they was on the right spectrum with everybody else, because back in the days, my mama just look at me.
That's it right there. She didn't even have to say, she just you like. Exactly. But nowadays they would, or they want to challenge you. And what did I do? I didn't do that. You're lying. Excuse me, who are you talking to?
Yeah, I can't with her. I can't. Look at this one. Look, this lady. CPS was out there knocking like Jehovah's Witness. You know what? It is 4 minutes to the top of the hour. I'm so glad that you guys have joined us today.
Yes. This lady is special, I tell you.
Oh, she's right back into it. She had a beautiful interview. If you guys missed the interview, you can replay the Fire Show, and you're gonna see our Miss Yielded, the host with the most, live at Atlanta Live.
Yes.
Interview with I forgot the lady name.
Me too. That was what is it?
No. She said it. I forgot her name, but it was. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I can't remember what's her name. It was something that I had never heard of before.
Yeah, I know it was a name, and I knew who she was being interviewed by. And the lady, she was on Big Brother. She was on. It's like she was on different things. So yeah,
she was on Big Brother.
Huh? She was on. Yeah, she was on a lot of different things.
Oh, I never seen her on Big Brother. Okay.
Yeah, she was on all that stuff. So yeah, she was definitely okay, hold on. We got some. The thing is, they said they allow society to put them on the spectrum.
Yeah,
that is absolutely true.
That is absolutely right. For money, to get a check.
Hey Doc, this is my boy Rowdy Hall, man, from New York City, man. Hey, what's going on? He said, what's the topic tonight? Man, we are about to get off the air. The topic tonight was pathways to prosperity.
Yes. That's
what we was talking about, financial growth, financial wealth, and putting your money where it's supposed to be at, and not just going to the coffee shops or going to how to manage your money so you can be out of it. But he got money. He ain't really asking.
He's not even worried. Yeah.
He ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, about my guy, Mr. Rowdy Hall, man, his dad was, I think, one of the original black cowboys in New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rowdy.
Awesome.
D. Rowdy Hall. Let me know. His dad was, and they had horses and everything.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Hell yeah, definitely. I know big people.
Yeah, you do. I see that. Hey, now you impress me a little more every time. That's pretty cool there, sir.
Yes. Mr. Rowdy Hall, we're here every Tuesday. The Fire Show is here every Tuesday, 4 to 7 Central Standard Time. For our time, 5 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. And everybody that's over there on the West Coast, it is 2 to 5 Pacific Standard Time.
That's right.
But we are here all the time. And she said, hold on, Miss Yilda said, he said, so sorry. It's okay. No, we're here. We tune in next week. We got another topic for you. Right now, we're talking about how the president signed into action how the teacher's going to be able to discipline their kids.
Right.
I don't know how, but with the world that we living in,
yeah,
I don't know.
That's not going to go too well.
Exactly. She said, I got nervous, so I didn't move too much because I wasn't sure. You know what? Get out of here.
Yes.
She said, not the Jehovah's Witness. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? I'm glad. Thank you for joining the show today. It is the top of the hour, guys. Yes. I appreciate everybody coming in. Please come back next week where we're going to be putting the word, the heat to the word on the street.
Word on the street. That's right.
And our host will be back. If you want to see the replay, you can go to Spotify. You can go to Facebook, YouTube. You can see any place where you just want to see a podcast at. You just type in the Fire Show hosted by Yielded, and we will be right there. And you can replay the show over and over again.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see at the interview, because our Miss Yielded was down in Atlanta doing Atlanta Live, and she was having a live interview, and we actually aired it tonight on our show as it was being aired in Atlanta. So we're trying to do the best of both worlds. And if you're in the Vegas streets and you look up at one of them signs, you're gonna see I Miss Yielded up there on one of those signs. We just try to put her everywhere, because when she goes, we go.
That's right.
Go, wherever she do, we always can do it together. But anyways, thank you for coming out, blessing us. We're gonna see you next week. Look. Hi, cousin. I tuned in late. It's okay, Sandy.
That's
but
right.
I enjoyed what I saw. Look, be you. Love to you. I love you too. Look, she's talking about look at you. That's what she was saying. Look at you. That's my cousin from North Carolina. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. But tune in we're here every Tuesday, guys. Every Tuesday. We're not trying to miss a beat. It's the show always go on, whether I'm here, whether Ms. Yilda's here, RJ Blaze, Mike O. Right now it's just Lorenzo and RJ Blaze.
That's right.
Ms. Yilda was here earlier, but she had to get off. But we'll be back next week. Tune in next week where we're gonna put the heat to the word on the street. This is the FIYAH Show with our beautiful host that's not here right now with the most, Ms. Yilda. We was here today with Lorenzo, RJ Blaze. Thank you guys. Let me get out of here before Pastor J,
get us. Yeah.
Get out of here. Love you. Night, everybody. You guys have a good night. Thank you. See you again next week. Fire nights. We're good. I like. See, he always doing it. Keeping the community strong.
That's right.
My guy. That's my guy right there.
That's right.
All right. Love all you Fire Nights. Thank you. God bless. And we out of here.
Ooh, it's the FIYAH Show. Hosted by you. Turn up the radio.